Welcome to the ClevelandMoto Podcast.
Hey guys, it's episode number 554. Light 'em up, boys!
I can't.
Rookie move.
I've got 22 ounces of Arizona's hardest, apparently. Peach tea.
Happy Pride.
Oh my, I can taste the beatus. My lord.
Do you need a church key? Here, hold on.
You can't, John does not have a method for opening his
There's
top.
just complete chaos going on.
He can't
here
take
today.
off his top.
Insane chaos.
Oh! Huzzah!
I told you guys, chaos.
He's just showing off now.
Chip
That
off my
was
shoulder.
effervescent.
Oh, I can't open my beer with everyone else.
Right.
I gotta wait and
So as you
steal
can
the show.
tell, the ClevelandMoto podcast discovered crystal meth.
All right, to my immediate left
Holy
tonight,
shit.
we have,
Dan Crumpton.
and to his left behind the boards,
Steve Sleepy.
and opening up a fresh beer and putting salad in his face,
Johnny Mac.
and to his left,
Shanky Smith
yeah,
playing the role of Speedy Pete.
Speedy Pete, and behind the bar tonight,
Tom Pennington.
I gotta say, in your humble narrator, Phil Waters, we have been slamming at the freaking shop, man. The light is lit. Cleveland is alive and well with motorcycle opportunists.
It's finally above 64 degrees.
It is, yeah, and it has been warm and delightful, but it's crazy. Okay, we have sold 4 bikes, 5 bikes a day for several days in a row, and a lot of those bikes are going to Detroit, Pittsburgh, Buffalo. Like, the word is out, and people are really fiending, and we'll be the first to tell you the news about the tariff, right? So the tariff, we had some stock. We don't have any more stock. You know, it's amazing how many bikes we've ripped through, but our distributors, our vendors, the people we buy bikes from, they're sitting there. I'm like, hey man, you billed me for those bikes about 41 days ago. Where the fuck are they? We paid for them. Where the hell are those bikes? Well, you know, they were supposed to arrive on this day and they didn't arrive on that day and this and that and the other thing. And I can tell you that the European manufacturers did not want to be like, okay, we're going to send the right amount of bikes, pay the tariff on them, and then have them be sitting in warehouses, and then the tariff goes away, and then we've paid the tariff on them already. And you can tell that the amount of bikes that have been imported is way low. And I know that's because of your European distributors were like, oh, well, this tariff thing is going to be over by October. Oh, this tariff thing's going to be over by February. This tariff thing's going to be over by April. And it's not. And when it was ruled unconstitutional, they just changed the rules. They just said, oh, well, now it's for security purposes. Now it's for national Homeland Security reasons that we're doing a tariff. It's no longer an illegal tariff as deemed illegal by Congress. Now it's just, we just made up with a new name for it.
And then the ship took a left at Albuquerque.
Yes,
and it's
exactly.
stuck in the Strait of Hormuz.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah. Inventory that we know doesn't go anywhere near the Strait of Hormuz is being blamed on the Strait of Hormuz. So be careful out there, guys. What we can tell you is if you think you're making a purchase, contact the dealer and confirm that the bike is physically there. Make them give you a VIN, right? Do not take it on faith that the bike that you're putting a deposit on, that he says, oh, it's here. It's in our warehouse. It's ready to go. Just give me your deposit. Give me your money. Because we've had 3 people this week that all have had the rugs pulled out from under them, where they waited 3, 4, 5 weeks for a bike that was supposedly already at the dealership in his inventory. And then, hey man, it's been 3 or 4 weeks. I want to ride my bike. So, give me the VIN so I can get my insurance, kind of thing. And we've had customers tell us, yeah, when it came down to it, the dealer had egg on his face and was like, yeah, well, that was supposed to show up 4 weeks ago. That's why I took your money, but it's not here. And so if you are buying a new motorcycle, it's a really, really good idea to make sure that dealer, and good trick, one of my customers, FaceTime. Yeah, talk to your dealer, FaceTime. Hey, walk me up to that bike. Aim the camera at the VIN, right? because I've had 2 guys this week that were like, I'm coming. That bike had better be ready. And then they're like, no, it's not ready. And it's not here. So yeah, little trick is have a FaceTime consultation with your dealer.
I've been seeing weird shit with Amazon. Like you got Prime. It should be here should be here tomorrow.
Yeah,
You order it and then it says estimated delivery Friday.
Right.
Do you know
Like-
that if it doesn't make its first, whatever they're supposed to, the first thing, there's a thing. All you have to do is report it, and you'll get like 50% of your purchase price back.
Oh, interesting.
You got to look it up. There's a way to do it. They don't make it public, but it's part of their policy. So if you look it up, if it's supposed to come on Tuesday and it doesn't come on Tuesday,
Right.
not a time unless it's
Right.
like overnighted. But if
Sure.
it says Tuesday,
Yeah.
and then it comes Wednesday, they missed their thing.
They missed their thing.
I mean, the thing I just ordered, it said it arrives tomorrow.
Yeah.
As soon as I ordered it, and then I happened to go back and look at it, it said arriving Friday.
Oh wow. Yeah. Ouchie. That
The old
sucks.
switcheroo.
The old switcheroo.
on the parts.
Yeah.
Well, I had a couple things that I ordered that just never arrived, which is super weird.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's bad news. The very, very bad news.
John's like, Amazon.
I need my packages. I need my packages, baby.
Well, I've actually got a lawnmower blade upstairs that I ordered because it was supposed to be delivered next day for a rush job.
Yeah.
And then ended up taking them 2 extra days, so it came way too late. So I had to run over to Tractor Supply and buy one there. Mm-hmm. Well, as soon as I contacted Amazon, hey, I want to return this
Right.
thing. They're like, due to health and safety, we can't take it back, but here's your refund.
Right, exactly. Yeah, they're giving you your money back,
I might be interested.
So
but they don't want the product. They don't want the item. Yeah, that's not unheard of. So crazy stuff going on. Our friends are over at the Isle of Man right now. The weather turned ugly. So today was a day that they've had pretty great weather coming up to this. Minimal cancellations. You'd think that with the cancellation of the sidecar class, that would have freed up some time on the track, right? But today was pretty bad washout. So a lot of the stuff, is going to be an issue. So big. If you're not doing it, I do strongly recommend listening to Manx Radio. So Manx Radio IOM is what it's called, and it is the most like public radio, adorable, easy listening, and they have all these people coming on that are like, oh, we're gonna have John McGinnis on today, and they've been doing this for so long that everybody wants to be a part of it, and all the people that are just like impossible gets. They're just like, oh, of course they're going to be on. Absolutely.
Please tell me that the guys doing it are older and they're like on a living Isle of Man Paul Harvey or something. Shit like that.
I will tell you that because this is not just during TT.
Oh, okay.
This is their public radio. Oh. So like the whole Isle of Man between two ferns, right? They have 365 days to fill up.
Oh, yeah.
So they also are being like, well, you guys might remember at the Bartholomew Elementary School, blah blah blah, and they'll just have those in there, and you're like, oh wow, I am really listening to a place that.
Oh, what's his Dunlop just took his 33rd win today, and also a school bus has been stranded on.
And if you know his neighbor, Chelsea, you'll know that she's been supporting the team, making food and bringing things out for a long time. So get over to Chelsea's house and give her a hand because the Dunlop boys really need your support.
Oh, God.
Like, it's really fun listening to Manx Radio IOM.
Oh, yeah.
It's really good.
So homey.
It is so fucking homey. And you listen to, Manx TT, you pay for the services to play along, and it's always like, sure, Manx TT, and it's like that over the top, We'll sell you the whole seat. You'll only need the edge, and this kind of thing, because it is power sports media stuff, right? And sponsored again by RST Leathers, like the whole thing.
That made me feel good because that's my suit.
I know.
I was like, hey, he sponsored the team.
You will be so justified if you go to the Isle of Man because every fucking sign is RST, right? And in the paddock, they have all the super blowout discount RSTs.
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, oh, that's not too bad. But
you're going to be in the plane flying.
yes. My airbag went off. So it is fun to listen to that if you want the daily play-by-play. So if you want the daily play-by-play, you don't want to wait for the wrap-up, the new synopsis and stuff like that. They give information out about cancellations. They give information about track conditions, and they do it in real time, and that's super fun. So it's really neat. Great way to get, very great way to get, very, very good news, very to the point, and not a lot of hype at all.
Well,
And they tell you where all the yard sales are.
I was going to say, and next to this podcast, it'd be probably a great thing to listen to when you're working in the garage.
Exactly, and it is remarkably calming.
Yeah.
It's just really fun radio. So I dig that.
I have noticed, like scientifically,
Mm-hmm.
that if I'm listening to a podcast, another motorcycle podcast
Sure.
or something, while I'm working on shit and not filming, whatever, just working, I will work longer.
You're in the game.
Yeah,
You're in the game.
At least an hour longer. If
100
there's somebody with me, just they're not there, but they're there just talking. I'm
no,
cool.
because now instantly I am in the headspace of results matter.
right.
So when I'm working in the garage and I am listening to one of our friends' podcasts or something else, then you get to sing along to the radio. You're like, no, fuck it, you're wrong, right? And then that's not right. But you're also like, as you're hovering over your project, you're like, no, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to accomplish something. I have spectators.
I literally, at one point, I had some head off of something, and I'm looking at the valves, and the Misfits were talking about something, and I was like, I'm looking at it.
I'm
There's
seriously
only two.
looking at it right now. Yeah. My Kevin Cameron is my one that I put on when I'm wrenching on things
Yeah.
because I'm like, what would Kevin do? Like, oh crap, that's right. It doesn't matter. Green Loctite on everything.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's a bolt, if it has threads. Fuck it, green Loctite. Right? You don't need Loctite in this application. There's an iLock. Bitch, shut up. Put the green Loctite on it. Because nylocks don't always work.
Best comment in the history.
Yeah.
With that slick back hair, Phil kind of looks like a vacuum salesman.
I do. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. I could get a big Kirby ring on my hand. All right, show up and sell you the Super Sucker 4000. Yeah, I got a absolute.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
I have I got the mullet going on, and I've got the death by helmet hair. So yeah, it's legit. So it is really interesting. Cycle News has been doing a great job with their TT coverage, so that's nice. So you can get in there and get some good information. It's going to be fun because RL360 Superstock TT race is going to be going on supposedly tomorrow, so that's going to be a good one to get in on. I think that's a lot of fun to watch. Those watching small bikes is always fun. What they did with Superstock TT because of today's bad weather, I did not know this, but when they cancel a class, they take the prize money and they divide the prize money up amongst every registered competitor. That is because you look it doesn't cover it. You guys spend a lot of money to be there.
Of the class or
of the
whole?
class.
Okay.
So if you've got 30 people in your class, they take the prize money and just divide it up evenly among the 30 people because you didn't have an opportunity to go out and win.
Right.
And everybody gets something. And I think that's a very democratic, very egalitarian way to do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not taking away the main injury, but it's taking a little of the sting off.
Well, if you were in 10th place, you would have got fucking bupkis, right?
Right.
But this way, now you're getting something.
But
now
I'm
you're
saying
getting
if
a
they
check.
cancel the whole class,
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
got a chance to
Nobody
do
had a
anything.
chance.
I'm
Nobody had a
sure your
chance.
travel's not covered all this, but you're getting something.
Wildly
right?
expensive.
Right.
Wildly expensive. And we talked a little bit about this last week, talking about how sidecar class and that the money, just the overall outrageous expense because of that loss of the sidecar class. So that's, we get it. Nobody ever is going to think that racing is cheap, but racing, I lament, is outrageous. Yeah, that is outrageous. So it does look like they've completely restructured the schedule. So if you were thinking about like this particular race you want to watch on a particular day as we're wrapping up the end of the second week, the end of the fortnight, you look at the schedule again because it definitely freaking changed. All right, so that's it. It's tough because when Oscar and I were there, it rained more than it didn't rain, and they had to reschedule everything, and it was a fucking heartbreaker. But we did get to see a lot of good racing, so that's pretty cool. Obviously, Michael Dunlop, a big goddamn deal there. Did super well, and if you're following those guys, it's great. Hickman, everybody loves Hickman. He came in third place, so that was cool. It's really, really great racing. Watch the highlight reels. Watch it. It's so epic. It is your heart's in your fucking mouth the entire time you're watching it. And when you see the guys, you understand. It's impossible not to be dragged into it. It's impossible not to have strong feelings.
I was really impressed to see, and I hope it doesn't ruin it because of this, but I was really impressed to see how many non-motorcycle YouTube channels, like big ones that are like doing crazy shit in the world, like jumping off shit and stuff, all did videos this year of like the most insane thing in the entire world or the most insane race. Like everybody's kind of picking up on it now and like kind of getting to it, which I'm glad we're going now because I think in a couple of years it's going to get fucking
And that's
crazy.
what the commentator on the radio program said today. He said, with the Hollywood crew here and, this entire story, right?
Yeah.
That is going to shine so much light on Isle of Man that if you have never been before, it might be a lot harder.
Yeah.
Because there's only so many boats. There's only so many hotel rooms. There's only so many homestays. It could get a lot harder if we try to add 10,000 more people.
Well, and what's
to the
going to
island.
happen is they're going to realize, well, I can charge $300 more, and you can't blame them. You know what I mean? They're an island; that's their income. So
This is what they do.
Supply and demands too.
Absolutely right. So it is a very, very interesting thing when you consider that stuff. Good thing we're going when we're going.
Yeah,
Now
100%.
About going when we're going. A little bit about that. Future vision. There is this issue with the sidecars because it adds so much to the event for me. I love watching the sidecars. They make me so happy. They really, really are a big deal for me. And, just to make sure everyone understands, today they announced that the Southern 100 is also going to be no sidecars.
Uh-oh.
So it extends now beyond this event, and they've looked forward. They've looked at the future and said, while we're making decisions, while we're analyzing this, because that photo you had was a genuine photo, and the photo that I had seen people posting was not a genuine photo.
Okay,
the
yeah.
one you had was legit.
Yeah.
The one of the car disappearing into the distance and flying up in the air, that's from a couple of years ago. So
They said that was a 26.
the one you had is
okay.
real.
Yeah,
The photo you had from the side angle,
Yeah.
that's a real photo.
Right.
And that one's real.
Okay.
The one that hit everybody's YouTube channel, the one that everybody posted up with the clickbait,
Right.
that photo of that sidecar 12 feet in the air, well, the guys next door to the track were all wearing Jordans and starter jackets, right? It wasn't a current photo.
But they did
and the
say,
weather was different.
They did say that a lot of chairs were running under trays, kind of similar to Formula One this year, and that's what they think caused it again.
I agree.
Because it was causing a wing. A
You
lift.
are inventing a wing.
Yeah.
That's exactly right. So if you don't have parachutes, don't ride a wing.
Right.
That's it. Simple safety tip from your Unky Phil. So looking at that and kind of talking about the chairs and talking about what that is, their actual home TV channel, or the real TT, so IOMTTraces.com, they did an entire a synopsis about what's going on with the sidecars, how they're going to be investigating it. Sleepy's talking about the arrow. Go ahead and throw this picture up, Sleepy. So, these guys, the Burchett brothers, they've designed so much into these, they're not just racers, they design sidecars. And if you look at the back of this sidecar, you can see those Formula One channels under the back of this sidecar where the lighting system is. And you can see those vents, and you can see those winglets and everything under the back of the rig. So you're absolutely right. Formula One technology is going into these vehicles, but when there's parts of the track where your entire vehicle leaves the ground, well, in Formula One, there aren't parts of the track where your entire vehicle leaves the ground.
Well, I posted a video of the Mercedes from about 10, 15 years ago that literally came out of a slipstream and flew up into the air because of the same thing.
Same thing, right?
Yeah.
So
And those
downforce.
the racing fishing boats that I watch in Thailand, they have the same problem.
Yes, they do. Absolutely.
Which is hysterical to watch because they're balsa wood and they just fly up into the
Yeah.
air.
They literally weigh nothing. It's all motor at that point.
If you think you've got balls, those guys got balls.
Yeah, and so Maria Costello and Sean Parker, both of them had catastrophic off. Right, we're talking about a pilot and a monkey, absolute catastrophic injuries, and there are fundraisers set up right now for both Sean Parker both the pilot and the monkey. So these guys are not playing around. These folks, they're in bad shape, right? So Sean and Maria are both experiencing life-changing injuries that may prevent them from being back out on the track again. And, that's when it is a good idea to get involved and change things. Because already people have a misunderstanding. They're like, oh, well, these sidecars, these are 1,000cc GSXRs. No, these are 600s. But they're 600s, and they are turning in times that are not dissimilar from 600s that don't have the sidecar with them.
Think about how much aero goes into it. But also, saying something about the sidecar community, obviously our friend Paul and Andrea. So when I was I kept going and filming them, and I'll probably see them again this year. I love going and watching those guys race. I got to meet a bunch of people around them, and then other people in that sidecar community, the Armour one.
Yeah.
And there was a guy, and I think his name's Larry. I'm terrible with names.
I think it is Larry.
I did a video on him
did
and
his
everything.
video, right.
But the crazy part is so he had an unrelated, he became paralyzed through a disease, not from a racing accident, but he was racing for 25 years. Then got paralyzed. The whole community rallied around him and said, if you can get back up and get enough, we'll get a bike together for you. So I happened to be there on the day that he got on the bike and rode around the track a few times, and it was like really emotional. But here's the sad part. After that, he didn't ride again. He got sick again, and he passed away. So that video that's on my channel,
that's
the
a
last
tribute,
fucking thing that he did. But it was like it ended up we interviewed him, and so the interview that goes into it, you can see how much it meant to him. So if that's how way it had to end, man, it was really it was really, really touching. But I'm just saying that whole community is like that. So it's the same thing with over there. So when these guys are injured like that and they start these GoFundMe, people it's a really tight community compared to any other part of racing. It's unbelievably tight.
It's fantastic, and people that love it, people that live for it, they don't want anything else. That's their jam. So good for all of them. I'm pulling up a picture here because we have a lot of friends that are over there right now, including Hayley and Liza, and all the women relay world riders. They're doing great, and they got to lead the legacy lap. So, we recognize the person there in front, Hayley Bell. So this is really, really cool that we've got friends that are just celebrities now. And here's to all the news agencies that are picking up these stories and talking to Hayley and talking to Liza, getting the message out. And what an honor to be able to go out there and take a legacy lap of the Isle of Man on restored Nortons.
And if you want to get some insight into it, I actually did an hour-long interview with Liza on my channel before, a week before she left for this trip. And so she was kind of talking about that whole thing and what she thought it was going to be like and stuff. So now it's going to be interesting.
Now it's going to be the reality after it.
Yeah.
What really happened.
Yeah. So I'm kind of interested to hear that. But it'll give you a really good insight about her thoughts and how this all came together. And I was amazed.
And I had a chat with Hayley too. We're going to have a chat with Hayley about it because it's such a big thing. It's such a great opportunity.
Yeah.
And Hayley's been taking time off of riding because she's had her kid. So now what a great opportunity for her to be back up on two wheels. So that is super cool.
Well, what was neat is that I had no idea the level of motorcycle royalty Hayley was. When she first came to Mid Ohio, it was just this girl came over from the UK. She's a dirt bike rider. I was like, oh, cool, just anybody would.
Right.
So we hung out. We did all the fun shit all weekend, and then I get back and I'm like, oh, wait a minute, no. She's I guess that was the best way to learn about it, though, right?
Well, of course.
Yeah, because I didn't know, so I'm handing her illegal fireworks. Here, light this shit on fire. I didn't know. But she had fun.
Oh my God, yeah. She was absolutely, I would say, of all the people, when we have MoineCon come out, and that's because the Misfits too, right?
Yeah. 100%.
So having MoineCon there, having Hayley come out and getting them their first time experience, and getting Emma's first time experience, and seeing the world open up, to new eyeballs at Mid Ohio is really, really fun. I'm going to throw this little video up if you want to give it a quick pop. You might recognize these idiots. So there's Luke and Patrick. These are our friends from Mid Ohio, and they are just getting the most out of Isle of Man. Just
love it.
Having a great fucking time. Yeah, isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's a great shot. I just was so glad that they posted that up.
You should just leave that going.
We just leave it on a perpetual loop, let it run.
Yeah.
I mean, this is
give them the views.
And this is the kind of energy that they bring to our camp too. We love these guys, and we want to see them having a great time. And it's cool that they're they're really enjoying everything about the TT. That's super fun. So I just couldn't be happier about those guys just
That's awesome.
having a fucking blast. So that's part of it is the adventure of just like, oh, we're going to go to the Isle of Man, right? That's just, that in and of itself is just a wild adventure. The logistics, getting things together, making things happen. Marshall's doing a great job. You know, the whole anticipation of it.
Marshall pushed this shit into happening.
He did.
That's what happened.
Yeah, he dragged it kicking and screaming
He was
into
like, all
existence.
right, what are we doing here? I'm like, I guess we're going.
We're fucking going. Pony up, boys.
Yeah, buying the ticket happened quick.
Cash in that
my
401k.
account, I looked at the ticket price. I'm like, I'll have $2 left.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well, then it's funny too because we're doing it in a different manner. When Oscar and I did it, we had bicycles, and then quickly we gave up on the bicycles because it turns out mountain islands are high in the middle, and it's weird thing about mountains. Yeah, weird things about islands, and then we did everything on public transportation, which actually worked great. And I got to say, hats off to the Isle of Man because they've got public
Do
transportation.
they have like a badge or something
figured
you
out?
can buy?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so easy.
Yeah.
And there's Wi-Fi on all the buses. So if you plan it right, your bus ride becomes your opportunity to eat your snacks, update your Wi-Fi, update your Facebook posts or emails and everything else. There's better Wi-Fi on those buses than there is anywhere else on the island. And you can charge your phone and like, it's a really good opportunity. Those bus rides, and you meet all kinds of cool people too. And they have their own schedule for the TT, so be careful, don't download the schedule. It's different for the TT. But because they close the roads, right? It turns out public transit for us was brilliant. It got us all the way to the top of the island. We were able to go to see the museums and do all the cool things.
Well, and then you don't have to worry about a bike. Like,
Yeah,
I
well,
would be
yeah.
worried about with that many people everywhere
Right.
and stuff, and like what's the chance that somebody's going to run into you or fuck you up or something? You know, like,
And also, I'll admit it, I enjoy a cocktail, right?
Yeah.
So it's nice if I can enjoy cocktails all day long and bring along like a gallon of cocktails with me, and that we can just party throughout the course of the day. And then the biggest thing we have to worry about is like, oh, well, eventually we're going to go back to our house.
Yeah.
And it might be 45-minute or 50-minute bus ride, but that's somebody else's problem.
they got them cow pastures out there.
They do. It's really convenient.
I might
Yeah.
have to get some treats from there.
It's pretty nice.
I'm really happy for you guys. That's going to be a lot of fun. I think.
I think the added angle too is the rental cars though, because that's the one thing I was like, that's a new angle for me. Is I was like, a rental car on the Isle of Man, and I rented the Kia Placenta, so it's not. This is nothing that we're going to be like blowing the doors off of anything with. This is purely a small engine that moves 4 humans.
on the Isle of Man.
On the Isle of Man, right. But it is going to be easier to move humans doing that with rental cars than it will be trying to coordinate everybody on buses and stuff like that. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of a wrinkle the rental cars throw into the game. So, yeah, it'll be fun. And there's this also the element of doing it in August versus doing it when we did it. When we did it, the weather was extraordinarily unpredictable, like wildly different day to day. And like, what gear should I bring? Oh, just bring everything. Because, I promise you, we're going to get everything.
Yeah.
And
This is part of the United Kingdom.
this is the
Let's
North
remember.
Sea. This is look right, England and Scotland. Look left, Ireland, right? You're up there. And if you don't think that you're in part of the North Sea, go to downtown Douglas, go to the fucking water's edge, and just stand there and watch a very fucking angry ocean. And then see the 4 people who are like, we're going to go swimming. And you're like, really? Because it's early June, late May, and I've seen very frozen people. And they're like, but we're here. We're at the island. We're at the beach. We have to go swimming. And I'm like, you don't have to go swimming. I've seen what comes out of that water. Yeah.
These are the same people that pay for those tough guy clubs or whatever.
Oh,
where
okay.
They go and beat you up on a beach or something.
No, I think this is English kids on English parents on holiday. They're like, well, we brought the kids with us and they insist on swimming. So
If you're
fucking
from
send
England,
them in.
that's all you got.
That's all you get.
I thought you meant like Americans or something. No, they're used to that shit.
We're
That's all
going
you
to an
got.
island.
Yeah.
They'll be swimming.
You'd think they're Canadians.
Yeah. If they don't have to wear like a level 4 fucking SEAL suit when they go swimming, they're doing great. That fucking water's cold over there, man.
Did anyone see the monster truck that got arrested? I didn't
yeah,
prepare about this enough at all, but apparently apparently the Isle of Man Constabulary seized a road racing star, I think it was Richard Cooper's, impounded his Ram 3500 dually
Oh, geez.
on the Harris Promenade. Apparently that was the thing.
Well, and also they arrested what's his face, Chongley or what the fuck? What's his name? Connie. Yeah.
Connie did okay. I take issue with this. That man he is a historical figure.
Mm-hmm.
People get really excited when they see him. He's patched up. He's got all of his Isle of Man souvenirs, and it's quite spectacular, right? And he's a super duper nice guy, and everybody knows him and thinks he's greatest. And apparently, he did 3/4 of a circle burnout, and they lost their fucking mind.
Mm-hmm.
But again, motorcycle event, right? Motorcycle event.
So I was on like one of the mini forums.
Yeah.
And that story was posted, and like all these English guys from the UK were posting like, that's ever since the TT went soft. I remember when you got off the ferry, you couldn't see from all the fucking bloody tire smoke, and these fucking people shut them down. I'm like, it sounds like it used to be a little more rowdy.
You know, I don't get angry
No.
at World Superbike. I've also been in Europe where they have motors that have just giant megaphones attached to them,
Yeah.
so they can shoot noises at
I
each
just
other.
saw it from Magella. They're Magellan, whatever
Right.
you say it.
I've also been to places where from the time the racing stopped until the time it started racing again in the morning, we did nothing but like dirt drags, 10-foot drags, burning shit, lighting stuff on fire the whole time. So a guy doing a 270-degree burnout really doesn't trip my buttons as being like, oh, we got to put an end to that shit.
Yeah.
You know, especially somebody who's doing it like, you know, he's not some kid going down the street on his back tire at 90 miles an hour.
Geez, they're going to turn into Barber.
Here's the thing. But here's the crazy part, right? So he is a celebrity in a sense, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But I bet you
100%.
if like fucking like Keith Richards went over there and
Right.
did that, they'd be like, oh, sign it. Here's a key to the city.
Right, exactly.
So like, what's the, you know, it's sad. Because in the motorcycle world, he is kind of a Keith Richards.
Of course he is. And if nothing else, this is a place where people go to worship the internal combustion engine.
Right.
It's a place where people go to do that kind of thing. And realistically, I love the rules there about like, don't go on the track. Don't go on the track. Don't go on the track. But the name of the fucking island, it's an unrestricted island. Think about that. It literally says it's an unrestricted island. There's no fucking speed limit for a lot of this place. And if there's no fucking speed limit for a lot of this place, that's why the races are there to begin with. And then you're kind of like embracing that scofflaw mentality of like, why are you here? Well, you're here because this fucking place doesn't have any speed limits. And they decided to start racing there because it didn't have any fucking speed limits. So in the spirit of that, maybe give a little fucking slack when somebody's like, hey, check me out. I'm going to do a little burnout.
Is that all the time, all year long?
Yeah,
Anytime,
so
if
it's,
you're on the Isle of Man, there's no speed.
Not entirely true. There are places.
Yeah.
So like the Autobahn in Germany, it doesn't mean if you're on a freeway in Germany, let her rip. What it means is there's very clearly marked areas where the Autobahn is free of speed limits.
Yeah.
Right. And you know the sign. If you've been to Germany, you know that awesome looking sign. And you're like, we're on the Autobahn now. Let her rip. And it's the exact same way there. They have an unrestricted sign that lets you know that this is the place where you can let it rip. And that's great. You know,
In between hamlets,
right.
if you're out in the open area,
Yeah.
cruising along the shore.
Right. And so that's the kind of thing that if you're in town, you're not going to be going 150 miles fucking an hour. You're going to just be acknowledging that we are now unrestricted. And if you see the sign, then the sign is going to be very, very obvious to you that this is a no speed limit sign. I'll go ahead and pull one up for you so you know what it is. Give me 1 second. There it goes. So that's what you're signing. That's what you're looking for.
I want
So-
you to steal one of those.
Yeah, they're on T-shirts everywhere. You can't miss them. You go into any gift shop, and they'll have a bunch of them you can take home with you. But that's the idea. And yes, there's going to be speed limits most of the places you want to go, but also weather conditions play into it as well, because they'll even say, they'll be like, no, there's fog. So, there's going to be a 50 mile an hour speed limit enforced. Yeah, that's good. That's the way it works. And I have no problem with that. We just understand that we're there to have fun. It's a motorcycle holiday, right? It would be the same thing as when you see the Daytona Beach police or the Sturgis police running into traffic and grabbing people because they're not wearing their glasses, but they have their visor open a crack on their helmet, right? And you're like, are you fucking kidding me? That dude's wearing a helmet.
That happened to me in Lakewood.
Yes.
We were riding around, Piper and I were on my Vespa, just taking a little ride around, super slow, not doing anything stupid, but like she had her visor cracked open a little bit or something, and he pulled us over. He's like, you don't have proper eyewear on. I'm like, what a dick.
What an unbelievable dick. And that's that
Wait,
kind
what
of
is
thing.
the fucking shield? Is that not
No, but
proper?
it's not.
It's not fully closed.
It's not fully closed.
She had it open a crack.
Yeah.
So
Where does the law say it has to be closed?
Apparently,
fuck that dude
where
up.
the law is
Good
when
luck.
when you gun yourself up and you go, okay, I'm going to court on this, right?
Yeah.
Piper, how much was your visor open? It was open a half an inch. Okay, was it still covering your eyeballs? It was. My tip of my nose was showing. Okay, well, my protective lenses don't cover my fucking nose.
Meanwhile,
right?
some dickbag on a fucking bagger blasting, Born to Be Wild,
Right.
just rode past with the tiniest little sunglasses ever.
Right, exactly. So it's just a silly thing. Like how you choose to enforce the law reflects,
For a minute, I thought it was Simone was working because he was on a motorcycle, and it was like a motor cop who pulled
Right.
us over, like right over by St. Mark's.
Marshall says that they have recently implemented a speed limit during TT week because of the amount of traffic.
Yes, good. They
That
should.
makes sense.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I get that because when you've got 20,000 people that all want to ride the mountain course on their rented whatever, and they're like, this is our chance to go 160, boys. That's not the time for it, right? Speed for the conditions is how Montana did it, how a lot of states did it. Speed for the conditions. And that is subjective. Let it be subjective to you.
There's one thing in this day and age, common sense is not common.
Correct. Yeah, that is absolutely true.
Hey, since we were talking about racing, do you guys want an update from Graham?
Oh, yes, we do. Oh, hold on, though. I want you to throw this picture up
Okay.
because I do want to see this picture up for the cats at home. This is what gets you in trouble.
There he is.
Yeah, that's what gets you in trouble.
Was that on the racetrack?
No, it's in front of a bar. It's in front of actually a really good bar.
And he was arrested for that?
He was detained.
Arrested. Detained is arrested.
Yeah.
He was giving a stern talking to.
Yep. Eddie, I think the phrase is Coney Amenhauser, better known for his racing fans as Wheelie Coney.
Dude, that
Came
picture,
to-
scroll up because right now it looks like porn.
Oh, that? Oh, yeah, I got you now. Right. Wheelie Coney came to the attention of police following an incident outside the Motor Isle Bar and Grill in Wellington Street. Yeah, okay, or whatever. Who cares?
Yeah.
Nobody freaking cares because here's what we know. What we know is he didn't hurt anybody.
Oh, but that picture's dope.
It's a really good burnout picture.
Yeah.
It's a really, really good burnout picture. And again, if you're a cop and you walk up to that, you there's only one thing you can say is you go, okay, fucking no more of that, dumbass.
Yeah.
What do you say when you see the ramp that's not a ramp?
Yeah, put that away.
Put that away.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you see when you see the tiny little fire pit?
Right.
It's not a fucking ramp.
It's not a fucking ramp.
Don't run it
Right.
over, please.
Don't drive over the fire pit. Don't drive over the hibachi,
Thought it was
please.
a ramp. It's
Don't
a
drive
hibachi.
over the fucking hibachi. Yeah. And okay, so he did it. He did it in front of the bar. He's not on the road surface. He's literally like in an alley, for lack of a better term. And it's fucking cool. And I have no problem with it. I have zero problem
Yeah,
with
I
it.
got no problem.
Yeah. Okay, so go ahead. Tell us more about Graham Sykes.
So Graham hit me up and he said that this is about a week ago. We had a good meeting at Santa Pod main event last weekend. Yes. Having made a few little mods, we have now run into the 5.44 second quarter mile with an eighth mile speed of 212.9 miles an hour and one run with a 3.2 second on the eighth mile.
Oh my God.
That makes us the second quickest bike to ever run the quarter mile, and we are the only one ever steam powered. Crazy bonkers, and there's more to come. We had a film crew making a mini documentary on the team and the bike from CNET, California this weekend. It'll be posted up on YouTube in the next few weeks. Keep a lookout for it, everybody. Tell the podcast I said hi. Thanks, Graham.
Holy shit! Thank you, Graham. Man,
so
that is
second
awesome.
fastest fucking motorcycle rider ever is our buddy.
Period.
Yeah.
No, I love that thing. It was like the second fastest motorcycle rider. On a two-stroke? No. On a streamliner? No.
No.
On an electric bike? No. Ever.
Doesn't matter. You could power it with fucking Superman. He's the second
The
fastest
class. The class is ever.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that is so cool that literally the class is just ever. That's just fucking great.
What so still blows my
Well,
mind.
who's he competing against? A rocket bike? I mean, who's got the fastest?
I think a piston bike.
Yeah, I think it's piston powered.
Yeah, I think it's like a top fuel guy.
That dude from New Zealand.
But just think about this, man. Like you would think that this guy would just be like the gnarly, just to go that far. But meanwhile, he's the most laid back. Like probably has a cup of tea, working on his shit. This nicest guy in the history of the world.
Insanely nice guy. Insanely nice guy. And extremely generous with his time.
Yeah, man.
Extremely, and I'll say it again. Being able to do it, being able to make it happen, that's a whole level of genius. That is amazing and that is great, and I'll never be there. But then being able to explain it to a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Or somebody with the intelligence of a 9-year-old, like our podcast, and have it click is just fucking amazing.
Dude, if he was my science teacher, I'd be fucking working for NASA right
As
now.
a science educator, which is what he's doing.
Yeah.
So he's not just the second fastest man on two wheels. He's also an amazing science educator.
100%.
And the fact that he can pull that off and then also lay down and do this shit, that's amazing. I mean, hats off, because it couldn't happen to a nicer fucking guy. Well done, Graham. Well done indeed. So, and I don't know what magic number he's chasing to be the world's fastest man on two wheels.
Well,
but he's dangerously close to it.
what did we say? Let me see. Wait, let me look this back up. Though.
Yeah, go ahead.
What did this? So if he did it at everything closed. Give me 1 second here. Graham G with a G. There it is.
Yeah, and I know we talked about it in the podcast, but I'm not sure if that's Rocky Robinson, which is like the full 40 long fucking streamliner.
So he said 212 miles an hour and the 5.44 seconds. And that's the second fastest. So that means that whoever is a little bit faster than 5.44.
I think we were talking about Larry McBride. I think we're talking about Spider-Man.
Okay.
I think that was the one,
And
because
what
he
is
holds
his?
the all-time world record for 268 miles an hour and 5.6 and a quarter mile.
Tom,
Well,
I
he
need
beat
a
him because now it's 5.4 and he's in
Oh, it is?
second. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I need a sloppy Joe stat.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's the deal. And so, that might be one of those things where it comes down to the old argument between the quickest and the fastest.
Yeah.
Right? So there's ET, and then there's also speed. So there's definitely...
Well, whatever. They're
Always.
both fucking fast motherfuckers.
Clearly fucking amazing is what it is. So yeehaw, man. Yeehaw for those guys. Just fucking fantastic.
I asked him and he kind of answered it, but like I know that because I do fast things, driving even 10 over the speed limit is hard for me. Like it feels really, really slow. So like when you've gone that fucking fast, like I don't know how you get through life, like driving or doing anything, because it would just be like molasses. You'd be like dragging your arms through life, just like. Ugh.
Yes, when you're riding a motorcycle and you're maintaining a long ton, like I've done a long ton. I've done 100 miles in one goddamn hour, and when you get off the exit ramp, 55 feels like zero.
Right.
Like you're looking to put your feet down and you're still going 30 or 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Because there is this distortion of time. And we're talking about, okay, to maintain 100 miles an hour, I was between 120 and 125 miles an hour for most of the time, right? But the sensation of slowing down, it seems like you're crawling.
Yeah.
You know, I had to go around slower traffic, and slowing down to 80 miles an hour to deal with slower traffic felt like I was stopped. It was just like, this is insane.
Yep.
Because you get so used to 120 miles an hour. It's just right there. So it is. So apparently Larry Spider-Man McBride, if you ask Google, it's telling you that it is 2.212 in the eighth of a mile and 3.75. So
Wow.
that's a Kawasaki top fuel nitro bike.
I need everybody's help here real quick.
Oh yeah. breaking news from the Cleveland Moto Podcast.
Okay, Ryan Hegsdow says the theory has been proven correct. I have successfully swapped 4 carburetors for 1 Sniper TBI system on an 82 GL 1100. Works great. We'll get video on longer road trip and testing this weekend.
We've been talking about it for 15 years.
Yes.
Well done, sir.
For 15 years, we have been talking about somebody putting a fuel injection system on a bike that didn't fucking come with one. Well fucking done. Nice job. Well done. That is awesome. Dude, that is a major accomplishment.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I can't
That's
wait
right
to
up
see
there
the
with
video,
curing
buddy.
cancer.
It is. It's not dissimilar.
He did cure carburetor cancer.
He cured
in a
carburetor.
sense.
Yeah, he sure did.
Congratulations,
He
doctor.
cured the big motorcycle C.
He did. That is wild. Good for him. That is super awesome. Man, that's cool. And that is a major accomplishment because now he's going to make it repeatable.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now you can replicate that shit. That's cool.
I see a side business coming up. Mm-hmm. Make a deal with that company.
Oh my God, yes. Well, and
someone's going to buy the technology and they're going to put it on
Oh
the
yeah,
shelf.
you better start
Just-
putting that IT away.
oh
buddy.
yeah.
IP.
I have applied for patents. It's not as hard as you think it is. Yeah, having that whole patent pending thing is pretty cool.
And it could just be the tune. You could probably patent the tune, right? Because that's
You
what
can
the
patent any
hardware
part
was.
of it.
Okay.
Like with my thing, I have 2 different exhaust systems that I patented, and you have to do the due diligence to prove that your object, the thing that you did, is unique enough, and you'll submit that evidence on your own behalf, which is fucking hilarious. Is you submit it on your own behalf. You're doing half of their homework for them. Like what things are similar to what you have, and then how is yours different, kind of thing. And so, you do it.
Nobody else has been able to do this since the bike was manufactured.
Right.
So,
That's kind of my thing. It was kind of like, well, I looked,
Yeah.
and ain't nobody ever done one for this before.
Right.
I think it took Craft Services about 5 years to get both of hers. And she's got an entire legal team. So
Right. Yeah. I submitted mine, and the funny thing was, we stopped production while it was still patent pending, but the patent pending is all you need. So the patent pending is all you actually need to be able to show you've done the due diligence, it's been submitted and everything else, because it does take forever. And on both of those exhaust systems, we went out of production before we ever achieved a patent, right? And so that's a very interesting thing. Yeah, because she's got 2 patents, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got 2 patents in her name. Yeah.
And it's a whole team with both of them, I think. So.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, it is funny they make you do all the work. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody's asking why this is April 16th podcast. Is there some more dates showing?
I don't know.
no idea.
I don't know.
But they're here watching, so whatever. It works.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure where it says April 16th, so.
There might be somewhere where I have to put a date
it
in.
says in the title, live April 16th, 2026.
Interesting.
Is that when we did the
554?
Graham Sykes?
6'4", 416?
Yeah, you know why? Because I duplicate the thing and then I move it over. I must have missed that little part.
Well, we'll fix that in post.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, we'll fix that in post.
It's in post.
Plagiarism.
Yeah, that's it. We'll fix
Plus,
that.
I just got back from test riding a bike I want to buy in a couple of weeks, so I was a little excited.
You're fired up.
Yeah.
Yeah, fired up. It's
Maybe
exciting.
we've disrupted the time-space continuum.
Maybe.
Steam Power will do that.
Maybe if whatever date I put in the title we go back to,
Ah.
fuck, 1986, dude, here we come.
Here we come.
Let's go.
So tonight I brought a bike for let people ride if they wanted to take it out for a ride. I brought the Moto Morini Vittore. It's Moto Morini's lightweight adventure bike, right? It's their dual purpose, street dirt bike. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. It is just a decent little motorcycle that has one of the hugest advantages in the world of costing less than a Vespa scooter, less than a Vespa 150. It's a great little bike, and we've had them for a little while now, and it just continues to make me happy. And last night I took it all around and rode it all kinds of, Cleveland, did a whole bunch of urban stuff with it. And I just like this bike. I just enjoy it. I had shit strapped to it last night and went out and just played around. Curiously, the front suspension comes out of the box a wee bit too hard. You agree, Pete?
That's the first thing I noticed.
Yeah.
Like every other ADV bike I've ever owned, no matter what it was, it hits the average size human, like 4-inch pothole or whatever, and you don't even feel it. It's just not even there. It's a non-issue. 21-inch wheel, just gone. And this thing definitely feels it through the bars. Now the good news is there's screws and buttons and switches. We can very easily dial that out. So I haven't even tried it yet. I rode it a couple of times in the bad season, and then I rode it a couple of times over the past few days. And I was like, yeah, we definitely got to I got to read the owner's manual and know which way to turn those knobs, because the front end is too stiff. The front end is definitely too stiff.
I felt that too. And some of the bike needs a little bit of setup. The clutch was so light. It was like, on off. But that's obviously just an adjustment.
So you do know that I set the clutches on my bikes to be a 2-finger clutch, so that the difference between shifting gears is like 1/8 of an inch, right? Okay. So I don't use a full stroke. So every time I set my own bikes up, it is literally a light switch, 2-finger clutch.
But off road though, you kind of want that, that little bit of a like.
It's totally different. Like it's a totally different technique, and it is completely adjustable, and it has the greatest adjusters ever. They're just the little discs you rotate. Mm-hmm. So they're not the ones with the number 1, 2, 3, 4 on the top that have the different wedge cam inside. These are the ones that when you twist it, it's a circle moving forwards and backwards that actually gives you super fine adjustment.
Yeah, and you can get
exactly where you want it. And I do tend to have my clutch. I have rather long fingers, so for me, it grabs really late in the stroke, which means that it activates really early in the stroke. Yep. So that's definitely a me thing.
It's a super light clutch pull, though, too.
It's insanely light.
I thought it felt like a hydraulic clutch, and then I looked down, I'm like, there's a cable clutch.
It's a cable clutch. Yep. It's a slipper clutch from the factory, which is nice.
Maybe that's just what brand new clutch cables feel like.
It's been so long. But it does. It is like an effortless, like pinky finger
It is,
level of strength required for the clutch. It's just easy.
I thought the motor was excellent. I got it up to like 60, 65 on that one road, and it wasn't vibrating.
Yeah.
I was like, you're not going to go 80 and be comfortable, but like a highway 65, 70, you could do that all day long, I think.
I rode it 18 miles yesterday at about 95 miles an hour, and it just was right there.
Really? You
And
didn't have a
the
problem?
funny thing was
That's awesome.
I wicked it up a couple of different times, and I think I saw 100 momentarily, because we're braking it, we're being very careful. Mm-hmm. And
sounds like it.
I think briefly I got to see the third digit light up, but it just, there's more there, and I just don't know if I'm experiencing some electronic intervention.
Oh, one thing I would love to do, I like the way the muffler looks, but it's so quiet, it bothers me.
Oh, it wasn't quiet when you came in.
Really? I don't think it's quiet. I think it sounds great.
I'm telling you, they pulled some magic.
Good.
When it's idling and you're not on it, it sounds really fucking good.
But when you're like, I couldn't tell, like even the Africa Twin, when you get in, it's like, and it's got more like a kind of thing. I know the bike has that. It just isn't coming out of it.
Okay.
I like a little bit of a roar.
I think it's a cross-plane motor, so it's got that little.
It does.
Oh, it sounds good.
It does sound really good.
I really like the performance of the motor, though.
No snatch, though. It doesn't have a snatch.
No.
I did the keep it in 6 and go down to like 20 miles an hour, then try to, and it just pulled right away. It didn't, jerk or lurch or anything like that.
It's if you're in 6th fucking gear going 12 miles an hour, and you just I'm stupid. I just forgot to shift, and you just give it a handful of berries. It just goes, okay, now I guess we're going to go now. Dumbass put me in the wrong gear.
It'll chatter a little bit, but it didn't buck or lurch.
No, it did not give me any fucking annoyance.
Another thing that stood out to me that I really liked was the TFT screen. Yes. Like, it wasn't annoying. It didn't have dumb shit on it. It just had stuff that you needed. And then when it was, I think it was white backlit.
It changes.
It does, but like it was very visible. Like it wasn't like I had to. Even on my Africa Twin, I have to look at it for a minute. And a couple times I've been looking down at my screen, look up, and the car's a lot closer than I thought it was. This, you could glance at this TFT and get all the information really quickly.
Real easy.
So that was pretty cool.
Gripe. I know the data is there. Why doesn't have an ambient temperature on the fucking dashboard? I know the data is there. It's there. You have a computer.
I want time and temperature front and center.
Time and temperature should be the first fucking thing I
Are you
noticed
sure
when I
it's
looked
not
down.
a setting somewhere that you can add?
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
I know 'cause-
And when you put it in dirt bike mode, when you change it off of street mode to dirt bike mode, and it turns off the traction control ABS, then at the bottom of the screen in nice big numbers is your engine temperature. So it throws that on the main screen when you're in dirty dirt off-road mode. But it still doesn't have the ambient temperature. And then just like on the 650 bike, you just 2 button presses takes you to the data screen, which you can use as your main screen because it has the speed on it.
Yeah.
And the data screen gives you your, tire pressures. But it gives them in kilopascals. So the fucking who is using kilopascals out there, and it doesn't give you the ability to change it from kilopascals to bar or to, normal pressure units.
I think
to
also
PSI.
when it turned on, it said Alt-Thrike.
It does because they sent me the date. They sent me the firmware to change it so the display didn't say Alt-Thrike anymore, so it would say Vittori.
Yeah.
And it's like you need your phone, you need to download some stuff and go to the app, and it's like too many moves for me. So several times I've gotten like 12 or 14 moves into the reprogramming the dashboard, and I gave up on it.
That's like me. I'm doing a review of this fucking headset
Yeah.
thing, right? And so Pete has a scent on. I was like, ooh, I'm supposed to be able to pair it to this. So we're fucking around with it for 5-10 minutes. It won't do it. So I look up on eBay and just like not eBay, on Google, and it comes up. The first thing is like, what you want to do is download this third-party app.
Yes.
I'm like, nope, we're out.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't work.
What?
Fuck you.
I did on this one. This has the QR code on the dashboard. So when you turn on the infotainment system, there's a QR code, and you click on the QR code, and it installs some spyware on your phone. And then when you click to the navigation button, there's a QR code, and it installs some more spyware on your phone. So I was like, I'm not going to play around with this too much. Let's see what it does. And so I used my shop burner phone because I can afford to be without that.
Yeah.
And so I did it, and it did actually work. It worked well. It wasn't a problem.
I really like it. I wish the handlebars were the bars that were on the 700.
I was about to say something.
Because
Ooh, interesting.
The bars for me kind of hurt.
Really?
Like they're a little straight or
Yeah,
something about
exactly.
it, right? Is
Yep,
that it?
Yep,
Okay.
I was going to say
So
that.
they were
Yep.
the bars are too straight across?
Yeah.
They're very flat,
Yeah.
and it almost felt like it was rotating my wrists outward.
100%.
Yeah, it almost
Interesting.
felt like they flared like cow's horns.
The 700 was not the
My
700
Versys
was
is like
perfect.
that. Like they're too they don't come in a little.
And when I
Yeah.
prep bikes, when I build them out of the crate, I tend to put the handlebars a wee bit higher. Like anybody who's ever ridden an SSR I prepped or a TNT that I prepped, I tend to have the handlebars a little too extended too high, like rocked too far forward. And I wonder if that's not my fault, if I didn't
No,
fuck that
I
up.
looked at that.
You think it's the angle of the bars?
It
Yeah,
is.
yeah, it's the bend of the bars, which
Right.
is easily
Yeah.
remedied. But I
Yeah,
thought
just
it was
hit a fucking tree.
an odd choice. Now you can buy replacement
I'm
bars
joking.
with whatever rise and curve or
Plus, you can
drawback
put
or
gold
whatever.
bars on it. Everything needs gold bars. It's like rims, dude. I don't like gold on any other thing in my life except for gold handlebars and rims
Yeah.
on motorcycles.
I'm with
I'll
you.
take
Yeah,
that. Yeah.
I put this. I put on my CB500X when I built it. Exactly.
And I was really unhappy with the twin projector beam headlights. They bothered me because I was like more traditionalist or whatever. The two small projector beam headlights, and then it has the daytime running lights above it, which do the Knight Rider from Kit thing. When you turn the key on,
Yeah.
the two little whisker lights, they go like do, 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 do. And there's like it's kind of sexy. But then last night I was riding home at 1:00 in the morning or something, and so it was pitch black in my neighborhood. And so I was like, well, nope, these headlights are fucking great. They're actually really good headlights because I threw them into high beam mode and I could see deer three-quarters mile away. Yeah, it was very good. So
Well, I
very
still
impressed
want
with
it, so that's something to.
Yeah, I did check it, and it advertises being a 4.9 gallon tank, and I can tell you it is a 4.9 gallon tank.
Okay.
So they're not lying about that.
How many miles per gallon do you think?
I cannot tell you.
Okay.
I could not fucking tell you. Today, when I was riding it to work this morning, I put it into the instant economy mode, and because I was like dabbling between, is it more efficient to be in fourth gear at 45 miles an hour or in sixth gear at 45 miles an hour? And it definitely was telling me that it was way more efficient to be in sixth gear at 45 miles an hour because it was giving me like high 60s numbers in sixth gear at 45 miles an hour.
Okay.
So, yeah. So I wouldn't be shocked to find out that this thing's in the neighborhood of 45 miles per gallon.
Okay.
Probably somewhere.
I mean,
there.
the cool part is that it's the seat height feels low enough that if I'm
Yeah.
off road, I'm not scared.
Yeah.
The weight, when I stopped, I leaned it over a little bit. I didn't go past 45, but I leaned it to see if it was going to hurt my knees holding it up. It's way lighter than the average.
Oh, I put it on the ground. I literally put it on the ground in the showroom. So
Yeah.
I laid it down in the showroom with the tank of gas in it. And I was like, let's just see how hard it is to pick up. It's not. It's real easy to pick up.
Yeah, like this, like you don't want to throw it on the ground in the
Yeah.
woods, but if you do, I wouldn't be like, I'm stuck.
Yeah.
Because, like you get on a weird hill and the bike gets kind of sideways or something on a weird hill and you fall down. Those big ones I'm not picking that thing up, blowing my fucking asshole out, trying to pick a bike up.
Completely. Yeah, completely agree. I noticed this morning that the seat having the segregated area between the front seat and the back seat,
Yep.
I might not be a fan of that.
Yeah.
That
I literally told Pete that.
when I slid back all the way on the seat, I felt the little knife edge on me, and I was like, "Ooh, I might change that." And they do have a separate seat for it, by the way.
Well, when
And
you'll
it's not
feel
expensive.
that's when you're off road and you're trying
Right.
to like shift your weight front
Exactly.
to back
Forward,
or something. Yep.
And that's when I want to have a seat that is literally smooth.
But you know what?
Yeah.
I can already see what would fix it. Same thing I do with my TNT 135. I bought a new back seat, for like $30 or whatever. Took it out and then I shaved it so that it goes right down to the front seat.
Yeah.
And I bowled it out.
Yeah.
So it's like it moves like the ass pocket.
Oh.
4 inches back.
Interesting.
And then I pulled it down. Completely different experience.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, because then
And
you can actually sit back a little bit.
The
on it,
riding position on this is not bad at all, and
No.
I understand the idea of them having a bump stop on the seat for a street bike. I get that, but if I'm going to be using this bike off road, then I need to be able to move my ass all the way to the taillight. So if I'm swimming or whatever, I need to put all my weight over that back tire, and I need to be able to just slide back to do it. And so I would probably change the seat.
It would
It's
be like,
cute, it looks cool, but I would change it.
Like I and some people call them like the jet ski seats, but like those dirt bike, what years did they come on? But like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, where it was like, it had a small bump, but it was smooth. Oh,
yeah.
those were the best, man.
Yeah, it's just enough to let you know when you're transitioning from the front seat to the back seat.
Yeah.
But it's no problem to get back there. Yeah. I enjoyed riding it. I thought it was good. The brakes, I turned off I put it in dirt mode, and I went and I did some absolute front brake hammers to see how bad it would chip, how bad it would skid out, how bad the front end would let it go. Not bad at all. It's totally predictable.
I went up to
Didn't
about
surprise me at all.
55 and hammered on the
Yep.
brakes just to see, and it shut it down good, man.
The
Like,
ABS does a really good job on this bike. The ABS is really, really good. So I no complaints about that. And it comes with a center stand, which people are really fond of.
and I still love the look of the fucking thing.
It's a good looking bike. Yeah.
It's a good looking bike, and the fact that they didn't cheap out. The KYB suspension, front and back, is very nice. It's fully adjustable. On a bike at this price point, you just wouldn't expect to see that. The completely fucking boss tubeless wheels. Crossover tubeless wheels are
And you
nice.
wait till Dab Rabbit and those guys start making fucking graphics kits.
Oh, yeah.
Like I did on my BMW. Then you
Absolutely.
can make this thing into a fucking like rally racer. Oh,
Yeah.
it'll be sick looking.
It'll be cool looking. Yeah, I like it the way it is right now. But it's neat. It's a cool bike. Yeah, I did it. I've enjoyed it. So yeah, it's a good one. I think that one. I think it's now. Initially we were like, we like it. We like the look of it. When we saw it in January at the AIM Expo, we enjoyed it, and we really had positive vibes. But now that I got to ride it a lot more, and it is definitely, it's a good bike.
Yeah.
I stood on it too, just
Mm-hmm.
to see how it feels in a standing position, and everything falls right where it should. Like you don't need bar risers on it.
No, it's completely neutral standing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and the bars. So I did notice that the bars have 3 holes on each side, so you can move them forward and back.
I put it in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you also have ways to move the bar, like
Correct.
the top part.
Flip
so-
the things over.
Yeah.
So if you rotate, you get 3 positions forward and back. Okay. But then you can flip them over and then pick up 2 more versions of each of those 3.
Right.
So that makes it 6 positions.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's cool.
It is
So
totally
you can
cool.
fine tune your handlebars.
Well, it saves you from having
Yeah.
to buy the rocks risers.
The Bark Busters are not fucking around. Those are not plastic sticks. That's where the turn signals live, and those are real. Do not fucking bend over and smack your head on those fuckers. They are not plastic. They do not give. I whacked myself in the fucking forehead so hard on that thing, and I was like, what the shit just happened? I saw stars for a second, and I was like, oh, I just literally put myself into my own bark buster. And it's like, yeah, those aren't just flappy doodle, a chirby little flippy flops.
I gotta say, I'm not a fan on adventure bikes of having the turn signals in the bark busters. Because my bike's fallen over quite a few times.
Oh, God.
And heavy.
Yeah.
It's fallen heavy.
Yeah, Yeah, and I want to know.
They're gonna break.
They're tough, but I don't know how tough they are.
Correct.
Right. That is absolutely one of those things where you're like, we know that shit's going to get cleared off of there.
Yeah.
We know for a fact you're going to hit something, or I'm going to whack a tree with it. That's my thing that I'm guilty of. Anytime I go in the woods, I do not have a real good sense of how wide I am sometimes. And I have made that sudden exit where you just clip a tree and just instantly, and I'm gone. And that has been a painful life lesson for me. And that's why I put bark busters on everything I fucking own. Yeah.
That TL that I got, like everything is minimized for narrowness. Like the foot pegs are this big. I'm like, that's all you get? And like everything is like, nothing is wider than the front forks. Like just so.
Yeah. Everything is meant to be super trials.
Yeah.
Right.
How's the seat?
Well, it
Is
didn't
it
come
sharper
with
than a
it.
Sherco?
It doesn't. I just
Fuck
can
that
tell you this:
Sherco.
I won't be riding it around without the seat.
Yeah. Well, I think we all learned a lesson on that one. Yeah. The Sherco 290.
Now,
No.
wait, what are you? There's some kind of a special motor you were talking about that you're slapping in.
Oh,
that
it's
thing.
not special. It's the special motor didn't come with it, so it was a TL 125, which is a Honda Trials bike made from 1973. Through this one's I think a KO. Looking at the tank, like a first year because the logo on the tank is different. It's got the old style Honda wing kind of thing, like instead of the yellow, more later like XLs and stuff had, but it doesn't have the original motor, so it doesn't have they detuned those motors for trials and they would develop max torque at 4,000 RPM. So it has, instead of a dome piston, it has a dish piston, so the compression's 8-to-1 instead of 9-to-1, a flat cam and retarded ignition. I'm allowed to say that word.
Yes. Yeah, totally.
And so
It doesn't have special needs ignition?
no, it doesn't have special needs ignition. And it doesn't have the ultra low first, second, third. Somebody threw a CL 100 motor in it, which is basically kind of the same, but tuned totally different. Makes horsepower at 10,000 RPM and this, that, and the other thing. So, but I have a brand new motor that was from a Lake Erie loop where Ken Carlson built this. He's an engineer, and he put a 4mm over piston in it, and so I'm going to put that in.
Well, how are you going to ride it, though, too? You're not going to really trials ride it, are you?
Well, that's why I got it. I wanted to make it like a trialsy kind of bike out at the compound and stuff like that. There's a creek out there and stuff. But I think it'll still be fun to do. I mean, it's got a huge sprocket on the back, so I mean, I think I can make it run. I think retarding the ignition, tuning it the right way, keeping a small carb on it, it'll still be very tractable.
What year is it?
I think this one's a 73.
Okay, yeah.
The frame is definitely a TL. I mean, I looked at that, but I looked at the motor number, and I'm like, nah.
Did you hammer him down because of that?
A little bit. He knocked $50 off of it. I mean, it is what it is. I had been looking for a rolling chassis to put that motor in, and I couldn't find anything even close to what I bought this whole bike for. So whatever.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to taking that down to Mid Ohio.
I just threw a picture up of
Perfect
one of the
Mid-Ohio bike,
early
yeah.
bikes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it is. It's the skinniest thing on the planet.
Doesn't Marshall have one of those?
Marshall has a Yamaha.
Yep.
Oh, okay. He's a TY.
And
TY.
Marshalls
that's right.
will drive. Well, I'm sure yours will too. Will drive over anything. Like, I was at Mid Ohio. He was like, "Here, you want to take it for a rip?" I'm like, "Okay." And I'm like, I was getting used to it, and I wasn't looking, and there was a fucking log in front of me or something. I'm like, "Uh-oh," and it just goes. I'm like, "Oh, okay, that's how this works." Like anything.
Yeah, they put an 18-inch front wheel, but I just ordered an XL 125. It's not the aluminum rim, but the aluminum rims that I was finding all had cracks in them. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just go ahead and put the steel XL rim on it.
I agree. Yeah, and I've had bad luck too with an Elsinore that I had that had the aluminum wheels on it that were original 1975 equipment, and I was minding my own fucking business, riding the bike at 65 miles an hour, 250, it's fine, two-stroke, and my front rim cracked. And it didn't crack like, oh, look, there's a crack in my front rim. I don't even recall hitting anything. I was street riding it. And all of a sudden, my front wheel just went click, and the air escaped instantly because it cracked the fucking rim. And my front rim was no longer even slightly circular. And yeah, it was violent. It was extraordinarily violent. But I talked to my friends about it, and they were like, oh, yeah, like old aluminum rims from the 60s and 70s, they get brittle as they get older. You can't trust them anymore. And I said, oh, that is fucking bullshit. So when I replaced the rim with a steel rim, because I don't care. It's, I'm not going to be racing this MTL, MT250 Elsinore. It was a dual purpose bike for me.
You have to flip up the right foot peg to kick it.
Yes.
It's supposed to have a little thing. I've got to make something. I mean, you can kick it pretty good without doing that, but yeah. So there's that little quirky thing.
Yeah, it's quirky.
The front forks are neat. They're adjustable. They have little adjusters, and so there was a little bit of trickness.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder how they adjusted it inside.
I don't know. I haven't taken them apart.
I wonder if it's a shaft with just like
I'm
a
not
bevel,
sure.
like a ramped edge for a preload.
I wonder if it's just a knob that just sits there.
It's a long needle that goes down in a hole, and the further in it.
Well, what's it changing? Is it changing the valving or the preload?
I think John's right. I think that it's probably going into the disc, and it's probably blocking off a big hole in the middle of the disc.
Yeah. I don't know, but there are definitely adjusters on the top of them. Like, you undo a lock nut and then there's like a slot, and you could. Yeah. I haven't played with them. I haven't.
I would guess it's probably the valving more than the preload, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think it's not, valving.
It's not preload. It would definitely be valving somehow.
Hey, here's a question for you. Speaking of the Lake Erie Loop, are they doing that this year? And would a 74 MT 125 make a decent racer?
Yeah, it probably would, but I really don't know the status of the Lake Erie Loop. That Bruce is the guy to talk to about that. They haven't done a Lake Erie Loop that went up through Canada since COVID. It has happened. I don't think it happened last year. I don't know. I don't recall Bruce saying anything about doing it last year. So I don't know if it has gone.
I have no idea. Yeah.
Or if there's anything
that's
in the works.
because he's doing the USA Loop lately.
If there was going to be a Lake Erie Loop, it would be almost meow.
Yeah.
Right. It's usually first weekend of June. So
like 2 blocks from my house.
It is. Yeah. You're not joking. That really is. Yeah. That's where it starts. Wellington. Yeah.
They go out to a campground where things get shot.
I'm going to pour one out for my buddy Smith right here.
Oh, for Shanky. For Shanky Smith.
There you go.
It does not look. I literally just asked Google, and it does not look like. Yeah, it doesn't. It just doesn't look like it.
It had gotten to the point. I mean, when it stopped going up through Canada and stuff and everything, it got down to being just only a handful of people were coming to do it. It kind of lost its steam.
This the Facebook group does still exist, and it says Lake Erie Loop 2026 group discussion June 19th through 21st. So that's they yeah.
But if it was like last year, it's like 6 guys that have a barbecue. They
it
get
does
on their
say,
V-Star 650s and they ride
this
around.
is from Bruce's own keyboard 21 minutes ago. Holy smokes, the loop for this year is 2 weeks from Saturday. I contacted the campground a few weeks ago to confirm our reservation, and all is good.
Okay.
We'll likely do the Inside Ohio ride again this year, but anyone who wants to circle the lake is more than welcome to. If you're planning on riding, give me a shout on here so I can plan the food. So if you do want to do the Lake Erie Loop, get in touch with them. It's Facebook, and all you got to type in is Lake Erie Loop 2026, and Facebook will find you the group. And there's 251 members.
I will not be doing it. I work that weekend.
Well, not only that, but if you want to do it with your friends and actually do a race or do a thing and actually do it, they will help you do that.
Yes.
Like they'd be stoked. They might not do it anymore because most of the dudes that were doing it are getting up there a little bit. But they can tell you the routes that they had. They'll probably have trophies for you, and they'll be cheering you when you come around or whatever. Or you could race the loop that they give you, whatever. But they're very welcoming.
If you want to breathe more life into that, I mean,
I think they're at the point now where if they could get a younger group of people stoked about it, they would hand the keys over and support you guys 100%.
Completely. Yeah, I think that this, if you had 5 or 6 friends that were like, hey, let's fucking do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that being said, you did it. I did a very weird version of it. You've done it. It's fucking fun.
It's fun. Oh, yeah.
But
I've done it more than once.
It's a certain part in your life when you want to do that to yourself. And I've already done that. So I don't want to do that anymore.
Well, I did it over 3 days. That was good enough for me. Yeah. Well, Smith and I did it.
I recently did go into and out of Canada in the same day recently, and it's not a problem. Like if you have your passport on you, getting in and out of Canada in the same day is not challenging. It was extremely easy. So if people are like, oh, if they're really worried about the border crossing, it was zero problem.
If you said I'm doing an iron butter, I'm doing the Lake Erie Loop, I'm just doing, I'm riding around the Lake Erie.
Or if you have to tell somebody, I'm going up into Canada to buy a slightly illegal motorcycle and bring it back into Ohio. No, I went up there. I was like, yeah, I'm picking up a customer's bike in Ontario and bringing it back down to Cleveland. And when I had the bike in the back of my truck and I was coming across the border with the bike in the back of my truck, and I had photocopies of the guy's ownership paperwork from Ontario to prove that I wasn't, stealing this goddamn thing. And the customs guy was like, I was like, yeah, I'm Phil from ClevelandMoto. I had a business card in my truck. And I was like, yeah, I'm picking his bike up. I'm doing services on his bike. And, I'll bringing it back to him when they're done. He's paying me to do it. And the customs guy was completely cool about it. No problem at all. So I imagine if you're riding a motorcycle that's titled and registered in your name and you have your passport with you, it's not going to be even a mild inconvenience.
But I will say it's not the time to take the track bike out and hope for the best.
No, not at all.
If you're riding something small, too, and when
Right.
you come through Buffalo, there's a very convenient bike path that happens to parallel the highway.
Mm-hmm. Just saying,
Just
not
saying.
that we would ever recommend you do such a thing,
I-
but it does parallel the highway.
Yes, it circumvents all traffic.
Yes, it does. You can see it from the freeway. Lake Erie Loop is pain incarnate from our friend Kevin Nixon.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I was stuck in the fetal position for about 11 hours after I got off a bike.
I had the 1 year after it, I could not shift. My left foot would not go up. It took maybe close to a year before I could regain movement in my foot because of permanent nerve damage.
Really?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Nerve damage.
No.
Yes, I was in a full race tuck for
I
11 and a half hours.
Look, there's no tighter tuck than the tuck on a Buddy 125.
I think a muscle died in my leg.
And I was locked in that position for the entire duration.
On a pink one.
On a pink Buddy. And people are like, you look like you were just riding a hemorrhoid. Yeah. There was nothing cool about it. There was not 1 ounce of cool in the entire thing until you go, well, I just rode that thing 600 and some miles.
It's still not cool.
In 10 hours and 40 minutes and whatever. And they're like, well, did you win? And I went, no, I didn't win. John beat me.
You know when you're talking to a real iron butter, either a bicycle or motorcycle is when you go, so did you have to take the bath? And you know what you're talking about. And it's like when you're soaking and like you're soaking a giant 1 foot by 1 fucking foot piece of skin off your ass because it all has come off into a blister, and so you have to soak that fucker off in a tub. That's when you know.
Very
you did
proud
some
to say I
fucking
did
iron
not
butt
have
shit.
that fucking problem. Not at all,
You
man.
do if you get you can't help it if you fucking are in the saddle that long. You lose.
That's chafing, though.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah,
like,
that
it's
doesn't
just-
happen on a motorcycle.
Yeah, it does.
No.
Dude.
I've ridden to Alaska and back. I've never been that bad.
Dude, it can get bad. You
need to fine tune your pain center.
Yeah, this was a long time ago.
Or your saddle on your bike.
I think it was on a sport bike.
I started out my first big crazy trip. I started out on a factory seat, and by the time I got to Alaska, I was 4 different seats in.
Yeah.
I had bought, purchased, and modified 4 different seats, and yeah, you will eventually figure it out. It's
I just remember doing the dumbest thing was like, well, my hands keep going numb.
Right.
Well, you can't feel them, so just let them go numb and stay there.
oh god, no way.
I'm like, well, I can't see. I'm like,
Right.
You keep trying to shake them
Yeah.
out and shake them out, and it's like, fuck it.
Oh no, man. No.
Plus, you got a date for later.
I was just saying, hey, who's driving the bike?
It's the double stranger.
I call it the stranger.
It's the double stranger, man.
Don't
Yeah.
slow down. I can't shift.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, you do all the tricks, when you're doing the cross country things, and
Same with the ass. It was like, well, you're dancing around.
Yeah.
Feels like you're riding a fucking sander. A CB 200 at 10,000 RPM for 11 hours. And it's like you fight it for a while, and then you're like, fuck it. Just let it go. Numb,
I will say when we pulled in, and Bill's wife, she said as soon as you pulled in first, he was already in the recovery mode, but when I pulled in, she said she was like, put your foot down, and she was holding the handlebars of my bike, and she was like, you're probably gonna fall down.
Yeah.
And she was not wrong, because I was so happy to be off the bike because I hadn't been off the bike since Angola, where I was taking a shit. And so I had a solid 4 hours.
But that's crazy. Because I think I went all the way from New York all the way out to Ohio in one
I mean,
chunk.
Angola was where I had my 10-200. So that was where you passed me. And that was the Angola overpass. So I've done that drive a million times.
Because I think
that's
I
where we go
just
skiing.
fueled up and I was like,
Yeah.
ooh, I hope I have enough fuel to make it in.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to stop again.
Yeah, I knew how much gas I had. I knew I was going to have to stop again because I can only go like 100 miles on a tank. And when you went by me, I ran out there and jumped on the bike and went. And so I think I had one gas stop because I had a gallon of gas with me. So I gave myself one top off. But then when I came back in, Joyce was absolutely right. The second I stopped forward momentum and I put my foot down and tried to get off the bike, I fell straight on my ass. So, those parts of my body, but I was doing chair yoga and shit the whole time. Stefan actually came back with a chair. So he was riding a Vino 50 and he was doing the complete Lake Erie loop on a 49cc bike, doing it in the spirit of the event. And he garbage picked a chair and he taped the office chair to the Vino because he said the seat was just fighting him because a Vino seat is like a half an inch of foam over plastic. It's garbage. So he garbage picked a chair, taped the chair to the Vino seat, and also stopped at least 3 or 4 Walmarts to keep adding clothing to his arsenal. Because when he got there, we literally watched him strip and he had like 8 layers on.
T-shirt after T-shirt after T-shirt.
He was like, I didn't buy a jacket. I just kept buying long sleeve flannel shirts. Yeah. It was crazy. It was super fun though. And it was, again, it's a one thing. It's like you do it one time and you're like, okay, I did that.
I did it like 5 times, but that's why I'm not really gung-ho to do it
Yeah.
again. Not right now today.
And it is different when you say, okay, I'm going out today. I'm going to kill this day. I'm just going to murder the shit out of this day. And I'm going to do an 11-hour event from 6 in the morning until whenever I get back. And this is what I'm doing. I'm just going there to sit on this motorcycle and make the longest, slowest right-hand turn in the world.
Yeah, that's the thing. There's no when you actually do the loop.
Right.
There's no like actual cool scenery or like roads that are amazing.
Well, you can do whatever you want.
You can do however you want to do it.
But
right. But doing it in a hurry seems to be the motivating factor.
Yeah.
But the Ohio loop is actually pretty.
It's
Yes, it
pretty.
was.
Right.
So that was nice.
And that's a wildly different experience than simply
Right.
getting out there and just being like, okay, wide fucking open, go.
Yeah, no, this was all down. There was one part of the Ohio loop that they do that looked like a fucking Norman Rockwell farm painting came to life. There's like a hill with a red barn and like cows in it with the fucking white fence that came down. And like you're just rolling up through this and it bridges through these trees over a gap into another. Like it looked like fucking Switzerland on the other side of it. It was like one of those things with the fields that go down this way. I was like, this is nice.
This
Nice
is
job,
beautiful.
dude.
Right. Can I just sit here and look at this for a little while?
Yeah.
Just
It
need to
was
get my head
great until
together.
we got all the way down south, and then we had how many hours of Bruce having a problem with his bike.
Oh, yeah. That's
And then it just became all right, we got to get the fuck home. Like, no more fun roads. Let's
and
just
then the
jump on
cops kept fucking with us.
then jump on the highway and going as fast as you can, just up 71 as fast.
Tucked on the thing.
But that is the absolute, like...
But here's the fucked up thing.
Yeah.
The highway is 60 miles an hour, 65. We
Yeah.
were going 70.
Right.
People called on us, and the cops pulled us over for fucking holding traffic up. And I'm like, John, remember John saying, like, we were going
We're
the speed
going
limit.
70. Yeah,
So
we're 5 over.
He ended up giving
Yeah.
us an escort into the next town.
Well, that's nice. Could you make your escort at 70? Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Inappropriate motorcycles will
Yeah.
get you a little attention.
Inappropriate. Speaking of inappropriate, Kawasaki just got the good drugs. Kawasaki launches
I saw that.
the 327 motocrosser and the 327X Enduro 2-stroke. And hats off to Kawasaki because they put a giant cock-sucking expansion chamber on this thing. And
How did they come up with 327? I
don't know.
It's like
it's such an ambiguous
like
number.
a fucking famous motor.
Oh, it's a Chevy
It's
motor.
a Chevy
That's what I'm
motor.
saying.
Yeah. It's a weird choice. I don't know anything about this. Like, does that put it in a particular class? Is there some particular rule about this? Because I don't think so. It's cool.
I mean, KTM had like a 300XC, so
Yeah.
maybe it's, I mean,
yeah.
but it is
Yeah.
going to be a KX 327.
Yeah, and can we have two-stroke motorcycle engines without having to fucking tune them constantly? Yeah, it's called fuel injection.
Well,
Go figure.
Yamaha, I mean, has had the YZ250 for a long time.
A
It's fuel
long time. This thing looks cool, and it is going to be. It's got to be fierce.
That's
It's
a proper fucking dirt bike.
It is
dude.
a proper dirt bike. And
Now, here's the thing.
yes,
So since it's EFI, it probably has a bunch of different maps. So I
Yes.
wonder if they can have it mapped for like just like tractoring in the woods.
Yes.
And then a different map to like lean it out and give you some balls when you want to open it up. That thing, I mean, dude.
I mean, it might have a button. That
Oh, it has several buttons.
You
If
could
you
probably
if-
toggle. I
if
mean,
you read the thing, it has multiple riding modes.
Oh.
So it comes out of the box with multiple modes that y'all can program yourself. It's a cool bike, and they do it in the motocross version, and they do it in the cross country version.
I want to have a button that keeps it in the power band all the time.
It's called a two-stroke.
Yeah, but I just want it to be right on the pipe all the time.
Just wailing away.
Yeah.
Just death. Yeah, that's all it is.
it sets the idle at 7,000 RPM.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you, this sounds cool. Electronically controlled power valve, which is something that the whole idea is that you are getting back pressure when you need back pressure, right? And then that is based on throttle position or based on RPM so that the motor can actually have torque. And that's a lot of companies many, many years ago decided to go with some people had cable operated power valves. Some people had vacuum operated power valves. Some people had weird spring resistance operated power valves. And they were all a little wild. They were all a little unpredictable and changeable and tunable and everything else.
That's all mechanical, like you're saying, too.
And this is purely electronic. So that's actually probably a great fucking thing. So yeah, I think this is neat. And electric start comes as a standard piece of equipment. So that's another thing that, you know, for people like me, going to love the whole idea of press button, go ride. You know, that's pretty cool. Power mode selection right there on the handlebars. That's cool. And
$999.99.
it is $999.99. Yeah. And this is, I think, a piece of equipment where you could say, you know, all my life I've been picked on by the guy who rides the CR250. Hey, you're an adult and you got $10,000 in your pocket. You can go fucking beat him up. Yeah.
Go green.
Go equalize the team.
Did anyone see the CRF 250 on Bring a Trailer? Still in the crate?
What?
Last year, CRF 250.
Really?
And the guy built a trailer. It's in the crate, sitting on a trailer. It was going for $19,000 last I checked.
I was going to say, okay.
But it had 2 days left in the auction too. You just talking about that getting beat up by CRF 250s made me think of it. So
wow.
It came out of New York State, I believe.
Okay. Yeah.
And the guy had bought it, and they bought a bunch of extra plastics for it.
So I threw the picture up for people
did
that
you
they
find
want to
it?
see it.
Okay.
It's a 2007 CR250R.
That was the final year.
Last year. Yep, absolutely. And looks real. I mean, obviously it's in the crate. So, and then my immediate being a dickhead is like, well, I know that crate came with cardboard on the side of it because, you know, it did. So
Did the auction finish?
I don't
I
know.
want to say 2 days ago.
It was 2 days ago?
It was approaching 20 grand.
Okay. All right.
I hope whoever
So
buys it.
Bruce said he's watching us
Oh, really?
because he was texting and he was saying the loop is in 2 weeks.
Oh, yeah. Good. Excellent. Thanks, Bruce. Yeah. I'm glad to get 100% confirmation.
Wow,
That's super
fucking
cool.
crazy. From like we didn't think about it, but a listener did.
A
To get
listener
fucking
did.
Bruce on the phone, and then that's fucking.
That is meta.
That's
my
the-
friend.
that's the plants
That
aligning.
is meta. Yeah, that proves it's real. Okay, so that is a 2002. Okay, wait a second. This, I think, is this the same one? No, this is from. Okay, so this is from April 5th on 2026. This one is a CR250 in the crate, but it's a 2002. Okay, and that one sold for $23,000.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so $23,000 for a 2002 in the crate.
That's
Wow.
probably some fucking investment for him.
It is.
Fuck these
It
cocksuckers.
is.
That thing
Bruce
needs to be
says
ridden.
all you pussies should join in. If you can't keep up with us, I think he's 74
Oh, yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
You're all pussies.
So how did they go? Where do they go to sign up or find out?
I think go to the Facebook page and that will give you a good amount of information right there.
So the 2007 did sell with a ton of extras. Go ahead and pull that up, Sleepy. So that's cool. You don't just get the bike, and there's the wrapper for the crate.
There's
so
your box.
There's your box. Yeah, they did a good job, and it did sell. I'd like to think that was a very respectable offering. It went for I think $25,000. Yeah, so $25,000. So $25,500,
And you get a free trailer.
and you get a free. Again, I hope you enjoyed looking at things while they're in the crate because I fucking don't. So
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't
that's
have
my
that.
problem. And I have bought crate bikes before, and the point is that crate bikes are sitting in a crate. All the rubber's not rubber anymore. The rubber goes wooden. And so when you do break a bike out of the crate, when you do finally liberate it, every fucking bit of rubber has a 3-week lifespan.
Yeah, I don't have a museum. In fact, I usually sell bikes that are too nice for me because I'm like, I'm not. It's just too nice. I'm not going to keep it and fuck it up.
Yeah, it would be out of the crate.
So I have a tiny topic.
Tiny topic.
So I'm rehabbing and refurbishing that Triumph I bought. Right, I'm going through it and stuff, and it had some whack ass turn signals from like 1904 on there. So I took those off, and holy fuck, man! For $15 from Amazon, not promoting Amazon, I kind of hate it, but
Yeah, but it's a thing.
You could find them wherever.
You can't win now.
But
Right.
for $15, I got these fucking billet aluminum turn signals that are black anodized with like LEDs that do the thing. You know, like they go so
Really?
you can see.
Yeah.
They came with 3 wires. So the white wire, you could run daylight wires. So if you have like a constant on with your key,
Yes.
so you'd have white running lights. And
Okay.
then the yellow wire just hooks to your normal, tube, your turn signal wire in the ground. And it's like a bright ass motivated, moving fucking directional thing in this beautiful fucking black case for $15.
Dang.
So for $30, like the bike, it looks so fucking classy. It's ridiculous. But I can't believe that was for $15 fucking dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure there's somebody's kid or something made them, and I feel kind of guilty. But at the same time, they were $15, and they're so fucking cool, man. It's hard not to get stoked about and I mean, it's there's 150,000 different ones on
Right.
there.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't believe how good shit has gotten for how cheap it is.
Oh, absolutely. And this is why it's tough when you're watching a Ryan Fortnine video who talks about a CAN bus system, a set of lights that has a computer built into them,
Yeah.
and then has 175 functions that you have to okay, if I toggle press this button, that button, flip the lights on twice, turn the key twice, now I get sequential kit lights and that now have 1,500 lumens, right? Or whatever, or 15,000 lumens. But then if I do it this way, then they function as turn signals or whatever. And it's great. They're really super cool that even fucking exists.
They'll do the Tesla thing where it does the whole disco dance thing.
Right.
Yeah,
and
right.
this is the kind of scary thing is there's a whole lot of fucking distance between $1,200 and $15.
I mean, yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean that gap is not. You're paying for some crazy features now because, looking at, I would have said these lights were $100.
Sure.
Just
Absolutely.
looking at them.
Yep.
Like when you feel them, they're solid. They're not like some cheap plasticky thing falling out.
Right.
I think they're potted,
Sure.
with like epoxy or something. The whole thing feels waterproof. And then when you plug them in with no diodes to hook up or anything, and they do the sequential thing, which is fucking crazy.
Which is cool.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
I
you want to
mean-
be visible. I'm
Yeah.
a turn signal guy. I like to have turn signals on my shit.
Harley Davidson's headlights. They sell an optional headlight, 7-inch headlight called the Daymaker. That's a $900 headlight. Okay. So that gives you an idea. Now, also existing on this planet are 15 or 35 different pay makers, sleigh makers, hay makers, right? Gay makers. They're all out there. And they're between, $89 and $400.
Or you can get the Ackerman FL27
Yes.
headlight, which
Right.
is made by the same people who make the Harley.
And that's the trick is I can understand why people you just find the source.
Yeah.
Because if Harley Davidson is charging you between $600 and $900 for a fucking 7-inch headlight, and it has, 7 chip on board circuits in it, if it's got 6 boards in it, well, it was made somewhere. And that someone who made it didn't just be like, yeah, Harley ordered 1,800 of these. Harley ordered 2,000 of these. Harley ordered 5,000 of these. Well, with scale production for China especially starts at 20,000, 30,000 units. So, yeah, 10,000 are going to have the word Harley Davidson on them. But a whole lot of them aren't going to have the word Harley Davidson on them. And I think that's the challenge, is finding the ones that don't have the word Harley Davidson on them, because you can spend so much fucking money. Just the little square auxiliary lights from Daymaker are $550.
Well, that's the thing. And you can go on YouTube and see guys that have done like scientific tests, like not just some schmuck, but a dude with like a spectrometer, light spectrometer, right?
Yeah.
And he shines the big lights. And sure enough, like, and no disrespect to these companies, because there's places in the world that these exist and they need to be there. So we're not dogging the expensive ones, right? But when you're realistically, when you're an average schmo that's like us, he took this thing, and sure enough, like every spec was right. Like if it was supposed to be 5,000 lumens, it was 5,000 fucking lumens.
Right.
It was 56.00K fucking, Kelvin. So then they took the $400 one, and it was like 95% as bright, and everything else was perfect.
Well, I purchased, when I was doing for my Road King, I was like, okay, the incandescent bulbs that were on it, they were halogens and they were old, so they were pretty dim. So I was like, I'm going to replace them. So I'm going to replace them with a chip on board LED, get some modern lights. And so I looked at the Daymaker specs, and they were 915 lumens, which is actually pretty much a normal car headlight, 915 lumens, but they're super, super, super white 5K, 6K, right? So they're very, very white. They're very high in the spectrum, super high color temperature, right? And they have a lot of different focusing areas, right? So the set that I bought, the headlight I purchased, was 5,000 lumens. So it is 5 times as bright as the factory headlight for Harley Davidson recommends. Weirdly, it was twice the wattage draw of the Daymaker. So it was burning twice as much electricity, but it was putting out apparently 5 times as many lumens. But here's the thing. I hooked the thing up, and I would have shot me if I was coming the other way at me in traffic, because that's the fail point. The fail point is it is spraying light out into the universe in all the wrong places. There was no way that I could aim these things that it wasn't positively blinding to anybody coming at me anywhere on the planet.
You do realize that you're the only person that like thought of somebody else and did that.
Yeah, well,
because nobody else does.
I understand, because I have been in that experience before, where the guy with the Escalades coming down the road, and I can see nothing but his headlights, even in the daytime.
Dude, so many times leaving the podcast, because, I live in the middle of fucking nowhere. And especially when like it gets to be this time of year where it's warm and then cool at night, you get fog.
Yeah.
So it's even worse, because now you're driving down a road, you see a car coming, you're like, oh, fuck, turn your brights off, you're going, whatever. This motherfucker comes by with like these day haymaker fucking things on in the fog and shit. You're just like, I'm leaving this into the hands of the universe because I can't see a goddamn thing. Like, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
So-
that's not a good feeling.
So have you guys ever heard of the company Denali Electronics?
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
So Denali Electronics makes a particular light, and I wish I was lying, but it's called the D14 Destroyer. And the D14 Destroyer is 24,800 lumens.
Every truck in my neighborhood has that.
You should not be allowed to use these within a half mile of human beings.
Yeah.
You're probably not legally.
Right. I'm going to tell you, they are the most ridiculous fucking things I have ever seen in my life, but they do light up the entire forest.
Dude, the dicks
But
out,
they're for the forest.
Right, it's for like a rally
Right.
car driver or something.
Exactly.
the dicks out by me and Pete, the Chevys that have like all the lights in the front that leave like, like a C like this. They fill them in with 2 fucking like 4 foot wide fucking like whatever
ridiculous.
those things are.
Yeah.
Dude, I thought aliens were landing going home the one time. This square comes flying down the road at me of like death blights. It's crazy.
It
I don't
is
get it.
one of those things that you look at that product and you're like, this should be an absolute, complete affirmative defense for any sort of assault.
Like,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. Because when cops want you to stop doing what you're doing, they shine a bright light in your eyes, or they flash a bright light in your eyes. And that is a way to control you and incapacitate your
Disorient you.
neural functions. It
Yeah.
disorients you. Well, the same goddamn thing happens when you put 2 of them, not a stick full of Streamlight batteries behind it, but an entire car behind it. And now we're shooting you in the eyeballs because they're coming at you. There's no option on the road except for having light coming at you.
Well, and also, all these dicks that put these things in have no idea that you tune them.
Right.
They just fucking go, shove them in. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen it in the fog, because when you're in the fog, you can see where the lights are going.
Sure.
So you're looking, coming down the street, and both lights are pointing like in your face like this. You're like, motherfucker, really?
The Daymaker set for the Road Glide is $2,100.
Eesh.
Okay. This single one thing, the one kit, that's $865 for one item, for one thing. No, it bolts in. Yay, that's great. But at least with these, they're tuned.
Yeah.
The problem is the ones that come on Alibaba and Temu are not tuned.
Right.
They just fucking throw ape shit light anywhere. And if you look at a glass motorcycle headlight lens, you will discover that glass motorcycle headlight lens has all kinds of interesting little refractors and little lenses on it, little Fresnel surfaces to push the light down into the places where the lights needs to go, not into the eyeballs of people coming at you. But in these lights, the lens is just clear. There is no modification of the beam at all. It is just LEDs cranking their fucking guts out. And yeah, it's really fucking dangerous.
I mean, you can find off brands that have decent throw patterns and stuff. Yeah, you just can't go into it blind. But
Yes.
I'm just saying, there's the high end ones are not necessary for most people.
It is crazy. Yeah, it is absolutely crazy. And
Well,
I know
let's face it, Vintage Days at night is
Yeah.
like that in miniature.
it is.
It's great. I put the bright lights on the back of my pit bike instead of the front.
I mean, there were golf carts that had the same, that
Yes.
had the Baja
Yeah.
light, the LED light bars.
800 aircraft landing lights mounted to the golf cart. And you're like, oh
Is
man, I
anybody
can't even be
listening?
around you anymore.
Kevin Nixon is looking for a CB160 gas tank for his race bike. Looks like his has a big crease in the bottom of it. So
Oh,
he's
really?
gotta find a
Oh,
new
man.
one. Give a shout out on the chat if anybody has one.
Yeah, if anybody knows, and they came in a whole bunch of colors, but I don't think Kevin would be too picky.
No, he'll probably repaint it and
Right.
everything.
Probably gonna,
Or a
get whatever he gets.
CL160 might work for him too.
Might, yeah, they might too. Yeah, yeah. It's definitely, yeah. It's, yeah. If you're out there and you're sitting on a stack of Honda CB parts, yeah, Kevin is in need. That's cool. I'm not giving up the gas tank off my bike though. My bike's complete. No dice. Kevin's gonna have to suffer. Yeah, I don't.
Kevin's on the struggle bus.
He's on the struggle bus. Oh Jesus, they have a new old stock ones. Get out of here.
Well, the configuration, where the buffers are, and
Yeah.
a lot of things will fit on there.
Well, take a look though.
Yeah, that's a repop.
That's a repop, and it's 551 doll hairs.
Oh, I think that's out of his budget.
Whoa, that is kooky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's great to know it exists. That's nice to know that is
Sure.
out there.
Sure.
But it is.
What, I don't get chrome panels and rubber?
Yeah, you
repucks?
don't get shit. You don't get anything. You get the gas tank.
You can also email that guy and be like, I'll give you $200 if you give it to me now. And a lot of the guys will say, okay.
Some of the stuff that they knock out in Vietnam is really, really, really nice. I've bought a lot of that stuff for CB projects. It's really, really cool, but it's not necessarily that expensive. That it would kind of surprise you if you saw how cheap the manufacturing production cost was. And maybe one of those things is like, okay, well, I had them build 10 of them, so I got to sell them for $550 a piece. One of those deals. So
Good.
yeah.
I've had good luck, though, being like, hey,
Yeah.
I got $200
this-
sitting here waiting for a gas tank.
Tom and I were looking at stock prices today, and the company that owns the largest number of pawn shops in the United States, right? They have over doubled their stock value in the past year. Pawn shops. And in fact, Vanguard bought them. So Vanguard bought a ton of their stock. And that gives you an idea of what's happening, where it's at. And I was like, if fucking, pawn shops, same day car loans and like all this kind of stuff, payday loan for your car title, if those places are doubling their volume and doubling their action, hey guys, probably a down market.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't.
Hey, Sinchki, what was that? You had that fuel safe epoxy that you had bought, or what was that called?
Yeah.
What brand was that? Was that Summit brand or whatever?
No, it's some kind of fucking high sol, blah blah blah, something.
Oh,
really?
Yeah, it was like fucking $58 for a little tube.
yeah. I mean,
Oh, really?
Maybe you could do something like that, Kevin.
Interesting.
Yep.
That we've done a bunch of the Caswell kits at the shop. The Caswell kits, cream. No, don't fuck around with cream.
No, this is just a glue. This is like just the seal, like on my the Ninja tank, right?
Okay.
The problem that John was talking about before was solved exactly the same way, but it might have a leak. So this stuff, if you sand it and do it, it has metal inside of it and all this shit.
Oh, really?
But it's a 2-part epoxy that's also part metal. And like you can fix crankcases with it, you can fix all kind of shit as long as it's not like you're not trying to boost it. I don't think it's
Okay.
going to take a boost.
Interesting.
Or anything like that. But for me, it worked perfectly. And it just goes in there and it goes in. You let it harden,
Okay.
does its thing, and it's fuel proof.
And it's a 2-part?
Yeah.
Cool. Good to know.
I mean, if I could look it up, but I don't have it in front.
I've
of me.
used the JB Weld tank weld before, the kit, and it works. I can fucking testify. Giant rusted out hole in the bottom of my Honda gas tank, and the rest of the tank looked gorgeous. And it was just one of those ones where one day I went to go out and ride, turned the tap on, and it fucking just dumped gas everywhere. And just the action of me reaching down and manhandling the tap was enough to flex the metal. And I just opened up a seam line across the bottom of this fucking gorgeous CB500 tank.
That's what he has. He has like a crack just right across
it's
the
crack
bottom.
right on the bottom because the bike sits on the side stand. So the bike sits on the side stand. The fuel tap's on that side. Gas and water don't play well with each other. The water sits at the bottom of the tank. The gas is on top of it. So right by where the fuel tap was on this Honda, that whole seam down at the bottom had rotted out. And I just was in my garage, reached down, turned the fuel tap on, one of my like 72 Honda CB500 Fs. And just instantly, my hands covered in gas, everything, and all this rust is coming out of it. And it was funny because I was like, well, I'm going to pick up some of that JB Weld tank weld at the auto parts store and see what it does. Got home, literally hot, just blasted it with air. Did not prep it right at all. 100% did not prep it correctly.
They say vinegar is good for getting it real clean with the fuel off.
Yeah, what I had done was I used isopropyl alcohol. So I'd sprayed it with compressed air like crazy, got most of the rust off that I could see on the outside of it, sprayed it, blasted it with compressed air, shot it with alcohol, gave it a blast, and then went at it with the tank weld. And I went ham with the tank weld. A week later, put gas in it. It was absolutely fine. And because it was the bottom of the tank, you couldn't really see it.
Yep.
So until I leaned the bike way over to the right-hand side, nobody could even see the repair.
Dude, all the JB Weld products are so good. I had a fucking van when I was like in the RC world and I needed a big thing to take the planes and shit, right? And it had auto air shocks in the back. So like if you had a load in the back of the thing, it was like, and like, whatever. Yeah. So I go out one day and I get in the car, I start it up and I hear, I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I go out there and I look and it's like this little fucking white plastic line that's going down to the shock and it has a fucking wear hole in it because like the line moved over. Right? I'm like, fuck.
It's that white plastic tubing.
I don't have fucking time for this, right? So I'm looking around. I'm like, fuck it. I went and got a soda straw from inside, slid it, put it over the hole, and then just took JB Weld and went like across all of it, right? Yeah. Did that 3 times. Just kept pulling it across the self, making it about a 6-inch long tube of JB Weld.
Okay.
Let it fucking cure overnight, and then left the next morning, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I sold that van 3 years later, and it fucking was still working perfectly. It didn't even fucking leak. In fact, it held air better than it did when I bought it.
Yeah.
So I patched one of the carb bowls with JB Weld marine epoxy like 5 years ago, and it is still holding just fine.
Completely confident in that stuff. 100% confident.
Yeah, that 2-part stick, like the hard stick, like where you have to mix it. You can use that on a float bowl easy.
Oh yeah, that is one of those repairs. And 2, once you've done it, and if later you want to clean it up, you can clean it up. You can actually grind on it and file on it, and it will look really good. It is one of the products that performs exactly as advertised. Justice Brothers does not fuck around. It's Justice Brothers, JB, right? Yeah. So yeah, they don't screw around. They're legit. Yeah, that's a good fucking product.
That's our sponsor.
I'm going to tell you though, after years of this industry telling you, don't use the Caswell kit if you do not have your shit 100% together.
Yeah.
You had better have your shit together. Anything that's in that motorcycle, if you have a crossover tube in that motorcycle, you've got a little tube that comes out of the bottom of the gas tank and connects the left lower side of the gas tank to the right lower side of the gas tank. You've got to make sure that you have got that fucking thing plugged all the way to the inside. And I mean, if you got to use pipe cleaners, wire hangers, whatever you have to do, you need to make sure that the Caswell kit cannot get in those holes, especially any tubing that's bent. If you have a vent inside your gas tank, which you might not know it, but your gas tank probably has a vent in it, you got to make sure the vent is clear. You have to plug it. You cannot let Caswell kit get into any fucking orifice that you do not want it to die in. It's impossible.
There's a dude on YouTube. He's a pretty credible guy. He has all the different tank sealing kits, but then more importantly, he tells you how clean your gas tank and what you have to do to use each one of the kits.
Good.
So it's like the red. What's the red?
The red
one?
coat.
Red coat. He goes,
been using it for years.
Easier to do this, but
Yeah.
it needs this. This
Right.
one is more forgiving if you don't prep it for this. The one that you were talking about, Caswell, he goes, it's probably the best if you are a rocket scientist that knows how to prep.
Jesus
a fucking gas
Christ.
tank. Yeah.
And that is an absolutely profound statement.
Yeah.
We do the muriatic acid trick on them, just completely clean them. And we've done a bunch of Caswell kits at the shop. We've also had bikes come into the shop that people had done Caswell kits on, and they are dead. That tank it's useless. It's wall art. Because if any of that stuff gets into any of those passovers or crossovers or anything, they're done forever.
Yep.
That shit is merciless. And I don't know why the entire box should be a warning. It should just be like the Caswell kit should come with golf tees and come with everything that you ever need to plug off shit. It should come with a whole selection of golf tees, those little red rubber plug caps. Just go on Parts Unlimited and get the entire vacuum line plugger kit, buy the whole thing, and just jam that shit everywhere. Because the Caswell, plus if the Caswell gets on anything that isn't the inside of your gas tank, you're going to be throwing it away. Because once it hardens, it's done. You can't,
What's the work time on it?
No. I mean, like minutes.
Oh, really?
Oh, it is not a long time.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
not fun.
No, you don't get like hours to dick around with this stuff.
No, but I would hope
Yeah.
like at least like a 20-minute epoxy or something. You know what I mean? Like give me some time to make sure it gets on what it needs to get on.
I don't know, because we've never in our world ever done it. Like we put it in the tanks, rotate the tank, agitate the tank, shake, whatever. And then you go ahead, you put it on the workbench, right? And then the vapors coming off it are so intense you can't get anywhere fucking near it. It creates its own heat source. It's magical, right? But I don't think at that point you can be like, oh, look, I'm going to clean this off. Because I think once the AB epoxy's happening, it's done. It's working. And also, I honestly don't know what you'd clean it off with. Because I ain't going in there with my finger.
But no, but I'm saying like how long do you have to mush it around like this so it gets all over the inside?
I don't know.
That's what I'm asking. Like, I'm not saying like 2 hours,
Right.
But like, you need at least like a 15-minute.
Let's find out. Let's see what they say. Because no matter what the time is, I've never had to deal with that because there's this whole like do a whole lot of preparation, load it, spin it around,
and then
and
like,
set it.
When I paint,
They say 40 to 60 minutes.
okay, see now that's realistic. And
Yeah.
then you got to think about so when I paint, I have
Yeah.
to use different registers of fucking activator. Is it going to
Yeah.
be colder day? Is it going to be a hotter day?
Oh.
If you use a colder fucking activator on a hotter day, you're going to lose half the fucking time your working
So
time. And
according to Caswell's thing, you mix the resin and hardener for exactly 2 minutes, not 2.5, not 3, 2. And then you rotate the tank for 10 to 15 minutes.
stuff. Okay.
So that's the calisthenics. The calisthenics is rotating the tank for 10 to 15 minutes. And then it says, within 40 to 60 minutes, the epoxy reaches a soft plastic-like consistency. Use this window to remove masking tape and carefully trim or scrape away any excess material from the threaded areas in the petcock porks. I'm going to tell you right now, that is the most optimistic shit I've ridden in my life. Okay? That is optimistic as fuck. By 40 minutes, that shit, a cat can't scratch it. Okay? It is violently hard.
It's acting like you're gonna pull it out of the threads, no problem.
No, dude. It's like, oh yeah, we'll reach a soft plastic-like consistency. It's glass window. It's perspex. It's bulletproof fucking polycarbonate.
Harder than a wedding night prick.
It is just,
Dude, I just had to deal with that kind of like when I was working on the Triumph. I got everything off. I it has the quick release fucking tank thing, so you can take the tank off. I did it. I didn't break anything. I was fucking home free, right? And then I put the fucking thing on the ground, but I didn't see the 2x4 that was underneath it. Was on the fucking thing.
Yeah.
Snap, gas everywhere.
Everywhere.
Like, fuck. So I get on the thing and I order one, and they're red and white underneath the tank.
Okay.
They're like $20, and like I tried to even outsource it because I'm like, okay, that's just like an industrial fucking connection, right?
Okay.
But they had like I couldn't find it anywhere,
No way.
right? So I get it, and so I'm like, cool. So it comes in, and I'm like, all right, let's go fix this fucker. And then I look, and if you look, it's a plastic fucking resin thing that threads into the fucking fuel pump. So where it breaks off, it just leaves all the threads.
it leaves the threads.
So you have this like brass or whatever fucking metal, and then this plastic in there. So dude, I fucking was taking hex things and like tapping it in there with the teeth so I could get it. It did move a little bit. And then I start looking at it. I'm like, this motherfucking thing is Loctited.
It's totally locked.
And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
You
Dude,
need fire.
I tried fire. I tried heat. None
man.
of that shit worked, dude. I took a hand drill and fucking went in there and just slowly got it till I felt the threads.
Right.
Then I took a Dremel and like with a sanding drum and went down till I felt the threads.
Yeah.
And then all it did was leave a snake.
It's just, yeah.
And then I was able to take the little fucking pick and pull the snake.
It was literally
out.
a backwards helicoil.
Yeah. Put the new one in. And then you're fucking freaking out putting it in because you're like, you have to get it in long enough that it won't fucking leak. But you're also working with this thing that every time you turn it is bending.
It is bending. Yeah.
Oh, dude,
it is
fuck that.
fucking scary.
When I finally got it together and hooked up the fuel lines and nothing came out, I was like fucking running through the garage like fucking champion.
In Caswell's instructions, it says optional second coat. If your tank is heavily rusted or features complex baffles and you want to apply a second coat, you should do so while the first coat is still tacky, typically within 24 hours. Okay. I can only imagine that if your tank is so fucked that a Caswell kit, because I was at a motorcycle show years ago where they had a gas tank that had straight up like 50 caliber holes through it that they'd Caswelled, and it was holding perfectly. But keep in mind, if you have a 5-gallon gas tank and you put 2 Caswell kits in there, it's a 3-gallon gas tank now, right? you just shortened your range by a lot, okay? Because the Caswell
getting smaller.
Caswell kit is thicker than fuck, right?
Yeah.
And this is like, I've had the bikes come into the shop before where the bike's not running, it's not flowing, right? You pull the fuel line off, the mains for the carbs, you pull the fuel lines off, and you just have the tap running full check, and it's like drip, drip. And I'm like, the vent's plugged or your petcock is fucked. And pull the petcock out of the thing and then look up in the hole. And when you pull the petcock off and it's still coming out like drip, drip with no petcock, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? So then you drain the gas tank and you lift the gas tank off and it feels like it still has 3 gallons of gas in it. It weighs like 18 pounds, 20 pounds. And you're like, that's all Caswell. And you tell the color customer and be like, yeah, you got to throw this away.
Well, you just nailed something.
Yeah.
When you go to Mid-Ohio and or any other fucking swap meet and you find the tank of your dreams and you wonder why it's
inside.
only $50. More than that, if you can't see in it, pick it up.
Pick
if
it
the
up.
tank weighs, like you said, 20 pounds.
17 pounds of Bondo.
Put the fucker back down. Or tank linings.
Oh, yeah.
Because if they did the tank linings 15, 20 years ago, you are just fucked. Don't even fucking think you're going to clean.
Tom and I can tell you, we have taken apart scooters of certain origins, Vietnam and India, and you pull the side panel off and suffer a fucking hernia because like a piece of metal that's supposed to be wafer thin and just there for aerodynamic purposes, like it's steel with like paint primer on it.
Yeah.
And then we pull apart these Vietnam bikes and these Indian bikes where the side panel weighs 30 fucking pounds. And you look on the back side of it, and the back side of it looks like a fat girl's ass. But then the side that points to the people is smooth and glossy and everything else. And you're like, that is an inch of Bondo.
And then, is it Bondo or is it Wonder Bread? Because then they were mixing, I'm serious, they were mixing Wonder Bread with Elmer's glue. or some kind of glue
Oh,
and
so it's
Wonder
like a
Bread.
paper mache
yeah,
Trabant
and like the
thing?
fucking
Yeah.
fiber in the bread became like the fucking fiberglass.
Yeah, we've seen some awful shit. You like hit a big bump and half the side panel falls off onto the side of the street. You're like, oh shit, that was an inch of Bondo on that thing.
My favorite are the ones that came in obviously about 10, 15 years ago, ran for 10 miles, and they're in the garage like 40 miles, 20 miles down the road. And the Bondo has cracked in the heat of your garage.
Oh yeah, yeah. Kickstart the bike and
Oh,
see
yeah.
a 6-inch panel of Bondo just fall off the side of the bike. You're like, oh.
Fat guy on a little mini bike chimes in and says, "ClevelandMoto podcast sponsored by BB Blaster, Shanky's Whip, and JB Weld. This is a group of American heroes."
Yeah, it is. It truly is. Don't get us started on Gorilla Tape.
No, duct tape. I used to have to pass it almost going to work. Remember, they used to have the
Oh, it's right by my house.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
it's
ducks out at Avon.
Yeah, that's at my house. But the problem is, like, as a true duct tape enthusiast, you have to. Game represents game. Game acknowledges game. Gorilla Tape is the shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
it is.
the double-sided stuff, I use them on everything.
The Gorilla Tape is violently adhesive, and it is. We put Dustin's leg back together with that. Never needed stitches, and that was an easy 10 to 12 stitch operation.
But it took 8,000 to get it removed off his skin.
It was. What's funny is we applied that. We applied that in halfway across America, and it survived the dirty streets of New Orleans for days and days. He was in the pool and everything, and he never caught any infection on that dressing.
And look what it did to Tom.
Oh, Tom was just soaking in it. Yeah, it is funny.
It's all the gasoline and carb cleaner kept me straight.
Yes, that's the only thing that can protect you against New Orleans is carb cleaner. Yeah, it's a very, very, very violently dirty place. It's aggressively dirty. Yeah, that's cool. So, does anybody have what is going to be your camping situation for Mid Ohio? I'm sleeping in a fucking U-Haul. So I'm going to give you guys the heads up is I apparently have to order at least a large U-Haul so it has the correct trailer hitch accessibility to pull Tom's house, his camper.
Sure.
So I'll be getting at least a large, not an extra large maybe, but a large. So I'll be getting at least a large U-Haul. Not a medium, not a small, the large. Probably, what do they call that, 20-footer or 18-footer?
I think it's 17 foot.
Yeah, whatever. But it's not the biggest one.
The 15 is the small one.
Yeah.
The next size up, I think, is like 17 or 18.
So I'll be getting like the large one.
Which I think is what we got last time.
I think it is. So we'll load that shit full of, people's camping gear and a whole bunch of buddy scooters and everything we want to sell, we'll put in there. We're also going to take Dan's trailer, which I'll pull behind my white, behind my white pickup truck. So I think Tom will probably be driving the U-Haul with the camper. And then I'll be driving my white pickup with the Dan's car hauler trailer that we use for the Mid-Ohio motel for Liza and whoever's with Liza. Mm-hmm. And so that'll be full chock-a-block with bikes and camping gear too. So that gives us a pretty good foundation for just the ClevelandMoto shit, And all my camping gear and everything is still in Dan's white trailer. Also, still in Dan's white trailer are 6 motorcycles or scooters that never came out from last year.
Perfect.
So those probably all have dead batteries.
Yeah, Sarah's
now.
going to be real busy.
Yeah. Well, I've already told Sarah, I was like, okay, so probably next week you're going to climb into the trailer and then go in and diagnose the health of batteries that have been unattended for 10 months and then figure out which ones survive and which ones need to be replaced.
I hope none of them had the gas that ate my buddy's scooter fucking carburetor in 5
Most of
months.
those we gassed at Mid-Ohio.
Okay.
So most of the bikes that are in the back of the trailer right now, and honestly, I'll tell you, I have no idea what's back there. I know we got at least 2 Buddy Black Cats, maybe 3. And those things are pretty solid.
Yeah.
So I think we'll be well equipped. We'll be well loaded for bikes by the time we get down there. We're going to bring all kinds of crap. Now, obviously, that means Tom's sleeping in his camper. That means I'm sleeping in the U-Haul truck. And that means Liza and whoever's sleeping in Dan's trailer, in the car hauler. So, Dan, what are you bringing down?
I'm going to be sleeping in Harley Bob's new Class C motorhome.
Very fancy.
God damn.
Okay, that's
He's still trying to sell the trailer that he's had there for years. If anybody's looking
Does
for
he have it listed on Facebook or anything?
I think
I
they
tried
did,
typing in
yeah.
Harley Bob's trailer. And
That
it wasn't there.
escalated pretty fast, man. He went from a trailer to a fucking Class C motorhome.
He had done motorhomes previously.
Yeah, he's-
Class Cs
Oh,
and
I
stuff.
didn't know that.
mean,
All right. All right. That's
Yeah.
fucking cool. I
The,
know I'll be hanging out. Thanks, Bob.
So that's cool. So that's all right. I literally on my Facebook I typed in Harley Bob and there he is.
I fucking love that. Dude.
I'd like to say that's not true, but it is totally fucking true. So okay,
See
so
if I can find it.
Sleepy, what's your deal? How are you doing it?
I don't know yet. I'll be doing something. I'll either have my square little tent thing, or
Right.
I might just bring a normal little tent. Or if fucking shit works out, I'm moving some stuff around. I might do that air camper thing. That
Okay.
thing appeals to me. I saw it comes in so when you put it away, it's like a 2 foot by 4 or 5 foot crate.
Sure.
That's still put awayable. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, I could put that against a wall in a garage. So, like, in the winter, it wouldn't be in the way. It would just be somewhere. So, I'm really kind of considering that. But I just don't know if the funds will be there because I have a motorcycle addiction. So,
And I honestly do love the turns and easy up into a cube.
I have
That
that thing, yeah.
that kit works great.
Yeah, I've got one of those.
I've been
Until the wind of fucking northern Ohio
Yeah.
fucking whips the fuck out of you. That was the one I couldn't save. I had it tied.
Mm-hmm.
I did all the things. I
Right.
had it tied in 3 places
Yeah.
to cars. I had my truck blocking it
Yeah.
the one year. Everything I could do. But when we got the microburst,
Yeah,
it
that was-
still bent my fucking
nothing
easy up,
could
man.
have survived that.
Nah.
That was out of the question. And you could have dropped all your legs down and skinned it, and you might have had a chance.
Yeah, but it happened so fast.
But it happened so fast.
Then the last couple of
Yeah.
years, I've been taking a smaller tent and just
Right.
like, being like, fuck it, I'm just sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put it right next to my truck, so my truck becomes a wind barrier.
Yes.
And when we got the wind the last time, my tent was like, oh,
No big deal.
breeze. Yeah, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's really is. Yeah, Dan, if you can find Harley Bob stuff or tell me
So
what
I
his
just
handle is.
I just
on the-
found it. It is actually sold. So
Oh, it is sold.
That's my
Good for him. All right, great.
Yeah, good job, Bob.
Mecklefresh, where you? No, Mecklefresh is sleeping right now. All right, well, that's okay. We know where he's sleeping at Band Camp or Mid Ohio. What are you doing, Pete?
It is
I don't know yet. I might pack a tent, and Nolan may take a trailer. Obviously, I would prefer the trailer. but-
Yeah, Dave's kind of a trailer guy.
yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
he likes the nice luxury camping.
He's a baller.
He is a baller. Yeah.
In the best way.
Game,
I'm not
game,
dogging him.
game acknowledges
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
Dave's
yeah.
got his shit together, man.
Oh, I like
He's
that.
got, he's got a new trailer too.
Oh, he does?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's
it's
fine.
maybe a year old.
Okay,
He bought it since last year at Mid Ohio, so it's less than a year old.
fantastic. That's cool. What is this like 2 axles, 3 axles,
I don't know.
35-foot
I
giant aluminum box?
It's a bigger toy hauler.
It's a big. I was going to say it's probably a toy hauler.
Dude,
Yeah.
here's the thing. When I was in the world of radio control, right?
Okay. Yeah.
I would go down south to these huge fucking like events, like this thing called Joe Null.
Mm-hmm.
It's down in South Carolina. 20,000 people come from all over the world. It probably has about $25 million worth of RC aircraft because all of them are like 70% and 50% and shit like that, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So down south, these motherfuckers, what we call trailers up here, they'd be like,
No.
you boys got trailers. These dudes would roll in with their like F-350.
And full fucking trailer park trailers.
I mean, like, no.
Travel homes.
An 84-foot long, like a trailer so fucking long, it would have 3 side-by-sides,
Right.
4 50% airplanes, and a living space in
Mm-hmm.
the fucking trailer. And like so many fucking wheels.
Right.
Like it wouldn't be like a double axle. It would be like a hex axle. Like, and it wasn't 1 or 2 dudes.
Right.
This was just commonplace down there. Like these motherfuckers just.
It's
had
one of
shit
those
like
things
that.
where you go from the tongue to the tail, and you know there's got to be some sag involved.
Yeah.
Right.
There's something.
There just
going
has to
on,
be some
man.
sag involved.
But
right.
like it was impressive that these trucks could pull these fucking things like nothing, man. I mean, well, they weren't, they didn't have
Right.
fucking steel, pallets in them. So I guess they had toy, but still, I mean, that trailer has to weigh what, 25,000 pounds?
It is insane. And some of the stuff that we see coming into Mid Ohio, especially the guys that have the giant full size RV pusher things,
Yeah.
and just forget that Mid Ohio is called Mud Ohio for a reason. And these guys pull in and they're like, rain has never been invented. They're like, let's go to the middle of that area out there and it'll be fine. And here's the rule at Mid Ohio: if the grass is green, don't go there, because that's healthy, well-watered, happy grass. So you have to look for the sparse, dry-looking dead grass.
Or a visibly high spot.
Or a visibly high spot with gravel because we got stuck in a visibly high spot that wasn't gravel.
You're right.
And buried to the axles in no time for it, because that's the thing about Mid-Ohio is it's like creme brulee. The top of it is all fine and dandy, but once you sink through the grass layer, it is just mush.
Yeah.
And that can be crazy.
Yep.
Somebody wake up John, because we need to show him this bike. Throw this up on the screen, Sleepy.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if Meckelfresh wants this or not, but it's not an ugly bike. No, I don't like that at all. It's a pretty decent looking bike. And it's at our friends, Abby's got this up on iconicmotorbikeauctions.com. So this is a, CR750 Tribute, 1973, and it looks nice. And it looks street legal. This is a very, just a pretty bike, man. I like everything that's going on here.
Look at the distance between the seat and the gas tank. There ain't one person here that could actually.
Oh,
sit
come on. Oh, I disagree. This thing is cool, man. This is neat. I mean, this is a cool looking bike. Even on the ugly side, that's pretty.
Oh, it's fucking beautiful.
On the ugly side, it looks great. Yeah.
There's a blue color scheme that's gorgeous on those.
Really?
And then there's the factory racers were actually like a root beer brown color.
Oh, man.
Not like copper.
When I did an ARMA video, there's a dude that had that exact, a race bike with that scheme on it coming around. It was one of the vintage classes of the ARMA thing.
Yeah.
But that's like it was beautiful going around the track.
Yeah, Dickman Replica is just gorgeous bike. I mean, this is
Kevin,
cool.
if you're listening, remember when I was telling you need aerodynamics?
This is aerodynamics right there. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is so sexy.
I wanted to punch him for not having a fairing.
You hear that? Cinch wants to punch you.
Especially when stuff like this exists.
I already have a number of times, so I don't need to punch you
I was telling my
anymore.
wife, I'm like, this Kevin guy was so fucking cool, but the dude did not run a fairing. It fucking needed to be punched.
This is a great looking motorcycle. So this is an 836 kit. So Weisco 836 kits are very, very good. Tends to be a very reliable kit. And that's a good thing. Electronic ignition, Dyna ignition. Come on. I disagree.
Wait, go back up real quick.
Oh, yeah, well.
I thought that was the fucking...
What?
This is a 750?
750. 4-cylinder.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. I thought this was a small bike.
So 1973. Yeah, 1973 CB750.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's way cooler than I thought.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, no, because seriously, I thought it was like one of the 250 race bikes.
Right.
That is 4. I thought that was 1.
Yeah,
See, I thought
4
that
and
was
4.
1 black
yeah,
tube.
4 and 4. Yeah.
Oh, that's well done.
Whole rack of my
nice.
Coonies looking very fucking sexy. Yeah, or CRs actually. Those are CRs.
Yeah, probably CRs.
Those are CRs. So a nice job, and clearly, I mean, there's 5 days left, so it's going to go bonkers, right? Yeah, it's going to go apeshit. But just the same, cool bike, absolutely cool bike, and it has all the aesthetic that I like.
So you can tell that's been done. Are you guys hip to this new fucking dry ice blasting they're doing? Mm-hmm. Oh my god, is it fucking dope, dude? Yeah. I want one of those so bad. They're like 5Gs though.
Yeah, I mean, the kit I run at home, I can do walnut shells, aluminum silicate, and baking soda out of one tub, one blaster.
So can you do dry ice?
No, not at all.
The dry ice is a whole game changer.
Yeah, it is. And the baking soda for me was a game changer.
But it just disappears. So it just
there's
takes
nothing
there's
left.
nothing there.
Right. There's nothing
There's no
left.
residue. It's just
Yeah. It's pretty freaking cool. Yeah.
dude, it makes rubber look new.
It does everything.
It's insane.
Yeah.
Like now
I
you
should
see these
spray
cars.
some on my face.
Yeah, but it is a very expensive setup to run. And that was my question too, was where do you get the dry ice? Because you're not making dry ice in your fridge at home.
No.
Yeah. So
I mean you're buying it somewhere.
You're buying dry ice somewhere every time you want to do something.
It's not that bad though.
No,
it's
but
it probably cost $30 or $40 to do something.
Right.
The soda blasting, I think, is the way to go because you can just hose your yard down and it just rinses.
The
away,
soda blasting for me was just a complete answer because when I was doing that Airstream, cleanup was the problem. Even when I was doing the walnut shells on the really nice, the fine stuff, it still fucking goes everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just constantly everywhere. And then what I didn't realize is that the vermin eat the walnut shells. So now what you've done is you just force fed every fucking squirrel and chipmunk and freaking mouse in your neighborhood into your garage. And that is a bad move. So when I did the the baking soda, when I did the soda, it worked great. And it cleaned up the aluminum stuff and it looked beautiful. Leaf blower out to the rescue, and all that just baking soda just went out into the world.
Yeah.
And it turns out you can buy 50-pound bag of baking soda is way cheaper than a lot of other blast medias.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I did a video at Summit with the dudes doing the air blaster fucking thing.
Sure. Yeah.
It was fun. They're cool. They're cheap too. They're not expensive. You do need a decent sized compressor.
That was the trick. So 2-stage, you have to be running a dual stage compressor, and it is going to work its fucking ass off. Even with the smallest nozzle on it, just put your earplugs in.
Yeah.
Because it's never shutting down.
100%.
Yeah.
When we were filming, I'm like, and they wanted me to run a mic for what?
Why?
Yeah, because
why on earth would you need a
his
microphone?
compressor was in like another building.
Yeah.
And it was still.
Oh yeah, I've got a V-twin compressor that's, quote, quiet.
Yeah.
No, it's just constantly. Yeah. The entire time I started blasting, it was just earplugs in, helmet on, go to town.
Yeah.
Just go nuts. And I shut it down several times because I was like, I know I'm cooking that compressor. 20-minute run cycle, give it a break.
I mean, you're using it as basically a rocket.
Oh, it's
blaster.
insane, dude. It's the dumbest thing.
Yeah.
And there was just no amount that I was like, I tried to go gentle. I tried to turn everything down, but it had to be up high enough to cut.
The blaster's like to the compressor, like, hey, how much can you give me?
Oh, no. The answer is more.
100 CF.
The answer is
How about
more.
101, baby.
How about 400 CFM?
Yeah.
Fucking go. It is just, that worked I think my compressor's lifespan. We have the Ian Wally Memorial Air Compressor at the shop that we still have to this day. And there's, at the tire machine, there's like 17 air leaks by the tire machine.
The Ian Wally Memorial? Because he's still alive.
No, he's still alive.
Okay, I
Sorry.
was like, did something happen to him that I don't know about?
Well, he wasn't allowed to have it anymore in his place in Bramblett-Esch.
Okay.
So so he moved and we got it.
Right,
Okay. We got it. But it is nice because it's Canadian.
Yeah, so it works.
It's made in Canada. It works. But it is funny that we have so many leaks by the tire changing machine. There's just a collection of leaks. And that thing is just the hardest working air compressor in show business. I give that air compressor a lot of fucking credit because it does deliver.
Good.
And I don't think I've pulled the drain plug on it. I've not pulled the drain handle on it. There's got to be maybe 19 gallons of water at the bottom of that. It's just kind of.
So you're the guy. You're the guy when you're asking somebody to paint. You're like, well, I'd have to do it at your place. Okay, how's your compressor? It's fine.
No.
And then, why did your paint come out?
No. I'm going to tell you, I have not pulled that handle. I've not pulled that string on that thing in a long fucking time. And I used to be such a geek about it. You know, at Supersonic, we had the air compressor mounted up high on the wall. And so you could just walk by and pull the handle.
Yeah.
Like every day you'd pull the handle and drain some water out of it. We took such good care of it. And now it's just like, work, pig. Just make air.
When's the last time you put some lube in the lines?
Oh, come on. Yeah. Bad dad. Absolutely bad dad. Oh, we don't use air tools. Are you fucking kidding me? Not since Milwaukee was invented.
Yeah, I'm bad. I still use hand tools. I can't. I look at fucking every thing and I'm like, I'm going to hurt
I
him.
go out to this cocksucker's house to try to help him out, and I'm like, give me a fucking driver.
Right.
I don't got a fucking drill driver. I don't have a fucking impactor.
What?
He's fucking
I'll
primitive.
buy- I'm gonna
He's
buy-
fucking-
I'll
He's
fucking-
hand jobbing everything?
Dude,
hand
I
jobs.
like hand touches. You know
no
what? I'm going
way.
to buy some fucking power tools because I am, now that I'm fucking getting of a
At
certain
least get
age.
the fucking Ryobi
His
shit.
fucking wife has better power tools.
I bought my wife a set of Ryobis. Well, I bought a set of Ryobi tools and then they disappeared. And so
Okay.
she has them.
All right.
And so now I don't have any, so I just kind of stuck with it. I'm using hey, I'm cool. I'm using hand tools, but my wife took them all. So,
Oh, shit.
but I do like to feel like I always am worried about stripping, especially old shit.
Yeah.
Like new stuff, like when I was working on the race bike or something like that. Yeah, that's all new. That all comes apart.
Yeah.
But I'm so used to everything either being cheap or shitty or rusted
Right.
that like it scares me to use power tools on it.
I like my first gen, the C3 Craftsman, better than my new one.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's got the gadugga much slower.
Much slower.
And it has the huge battery pack, so it has ballast. So whenever you're taking stuff apart or putting it, like, you can just be like, katak, 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 katak. Or you can be like,
It's just like a hit and miss engine. You're just like,
But
here
then
it comes.
The other one is new and lighter, but it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude,
you know,
all-
it's
Too
much.
violent.
All
yeah.
I know is that some of these fucking things. So like,
Yeah.
anytime Milwaukee makes a new thing, they send it to our studio in
Oh,
Summit, right?
Really?
And so like, Justin always has like the newest shit
Yeah.
when we're doing these things. So I'm filming them, and sometimes he'll be like, "Hey, can you help me?" Whatever, yeah. Or hey, let me feel that. So he had this fucking 1-inch drive, fucking Milwaukee.
Ouch.
I don't know,
Holy
84
shit.
volt fucking
Oh.
truck lug
Damn.
fucking thing.
Yeah.
It has more handles on it, and it comes with warnings about like having your body and being positioned because it can rip your hands fucking right off
Really?
your body. It's fucking crazy, dude. It's made for truck lugs, so it's like a 1-inch fucking. It's a 1-inch hub for a 1-inch set of sockets. It has some fucking ridiculous amount of foot
Interesting.
pounds. And then the
Wow.
one down from that, whatever the one down from that, like the normal one that just
Yeah.
takes a normal battery, I didn't expect how powerful that motherfucker was. We were taking off big wheels off this Jeep. I hit that and it almost fucking broke my wrist. They're fucking crazy, those things, man.
I'm going to treat myself someday. You know, I like all the vessel tools, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love all the Japanese
Oh,
vessel
yeah.
tools.
I have one little set of those, one little
Yeah.
round handle ball, and I can switch between them.
I
real
am
fast.
such a nerd for the Vessel stuff. And Vessel launched this adorable 1/4-inch drive electric slim ratchet. So there's no, you know, you just plug it in. It's USB. You plug it in. It charges up. The battery's in the handle. But it's $100. But the whole idea is, you know, at the shop, I use the ladies set. I use the Ryobi for taking everything apart. So use the Ryobi takes everything apart. Ryobi's ecosystem is insane. The Ryobi universe is vast, deep, and on many layers. John got me hooked. John got me one fucking tool, one inflator, and I have been.
I got the inflator and a drill driver and the air
Yeah.
impactor because
Yeah.
I needed to get you batteries, and I was like, well, I'll get that.
Yeah.
I really wanted you to have that inflator
The
because
inflator's genius.
my buddy had one of those, and it was
And their
like,
new
oh.
little small one is even better because you set it and forget it.
That's the one I got.
Yeah, that new one's even better.
My
But
pistol
here's
grip one took a shit, so I ended up with that new one.
Yeah, the 18-volt system that Ryobi operates on. And I had fully committed to both the 18-volt Milwaukee system and the 12-volt Milwaukee system, you know, the M12 system and all that. And I had all that stuff already. I didn't need to be buying another colored tool. Well, now my Milwaukee and Ryobi are the same thing now, so it doesn't matter whether they're green or they're red. So this thing, though, I am intrigued. And the head on it, the driver can be 1/4-inch or flip it around and it becomes 3/8.
Ooh, yeah.
I know. And so this is going to give you like, you know, 400 RPM of so like on the stuff, and it's nice and it's soft and it's not going to break any fucking fasteners.
I have the Ryobi version of that.
You do?
It doesn't use the 18-volt battery.
Okay.
It uses a single. It looks like a C battery, but
Yeah.
it's like 2 times as long.
Yeah, it's yeah.
I think it's 3.8 volts or something.
Yes.
But mine's a 3/8 drive, but I wish it was 1/4-inch drive.
Yeah, this has got the little flip over thing so you can use it either way.
Dude,
400 RPM.
You still have, and anybody that's been to Mid Ohio has seen it, the coolest fucking tool case in the history of fucking tool cases.
Oh, my German one?
Yeah, that thing. I look for those every once in a while on eBay.
They're pretty cool.
It's the coolest fucking thing ever, man.
Yeah, they're I think they still make them.
Yeah, they do. That has it.
That has it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has it. Yeah, I mean, my has it. I've got the 166N Volkswagen, like actual, like Volkswagen mechanics has it, but yeah, they're cool.
It's awesome.
I'll pull them up so you guys can see what they look like. If you ever see one of these at a thrift store or flea market or something, just buy it. They're called the Hazard Assistant, which is the one I have. Their operation to open and close them is a little clunky. It's a little, it can be a little weird. You have to adjust the chains, right? But yeah, when you slide it up and you open it up, mine lives in the open configuration. It's in my service area right now. So I can put stuff on the top. And then I've got the top of my Hazard is loaded with magnets. So I've got big neodymium magnets underneath it.
Neodymium.
So I can chuck loose hardware at it.
Yeah.
And it just stops.
Yeah.
So I can throw a screwdriver at it and it stops. And that's great. So being able to do that.
Or being at Mid Ohio and working on something, when you put all the bolts from whatever you're working
Yes.
on, it goes.
You literally just set them on
Yeah.
top of the thing and they go crick.
Yeah.
And that idea of the whole thing could tip over and you wouldn't lose the hardware.
Yeah, right.
Right? Because I've learned that. I've been in the shop places before where you back into the thing and you tip it over. And for 1950s technology, these things are remarkably good.
Well, and they're still studying to this day, scientists figuring out the trajectory of a fucking drop bolt. I mean, how it accelerates to the point of fucking Mach 9 from fucking 2 feet.
Sarah, our apprentice,
Yeah.
I was explaining to her why I have carpets in my service area. So in my in-showroom service area,
Yeah.
why I have indoor-outdoor carpeting on the floor. And I said, because when you drop a literally a 4 millimeter nut,
Yeah.
and you drop a 4 millimeter nut from 3 feet, science says that it has accelerated the speed that gravity can let it accelerate from 3 feet until it hits the ground.
At least
so
terminal velocity.
the maximum amount of bounce it should have would be 3 feet, because you don't invent speed. You don't invent energy. You have stored energy, potential energy, released energy, and now you have a reflection of that energy when it hits the thing. But what they don't understand is there are pocket universes all over the place.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
And when it hits at a certain angle, it's just instantly in a pocket universe.
Yeah, it broke physics.
Yeah.
They can't explain
And then like 9 weeks later, when you're in the kitchen making coffee and you pull the coffee pot out, there's the 4 millimeter nut.
Have you ever? I had this happen. I was putting the turn signals I was talking about on the bike last night.
Yeah.
After it was late, instead of sleeping, I was in the garage working on the bike, and I dropped a fucking bolt. It went flying across the room, and I spent 30 minutes looking for it, and it was underneath a kickstand.
Yeah.
Like
Under a kickstand.
like-
you've looked everywhere.
Yeah.
You've scanned everything. You've used the trick where you get your eye
Yeah,
down.
I was about
eye
to.
fucking level.
I am convinced
yeah.
that I want to go on Penn and Teller's, trick Penn and Teller.
Yes. Fool me.
And just drop a bolt from the top of a ladder
Yes.
and then find it behind Teller's ear.
Oh, exactly. Yeah. 100%.
But what is what are the stats? Give me the fucking logistics. I should play the lottery. Like, how do you fucking get a bolt to wedge itself to the point that not only did I not see it, I had to get a screwdriver to pop the fucking thing out from 4 feet away from the height of the rear of the motorcycle. So that's 2.5 feet, drops the bolt, flies across, and wedges underneath the kickstand.
Tom and I had to grab a vintage vehicle, right? That the hardware for the headlight, the hardware for the ears of the headlight hasn't been manufactured in 50 years. There is no magic place you can order it or buy it. It's machined out of brass. It is not square or hex. It's squex, right? It's not a unit of measure that exists. And another aluminum hollow bolt goes into that, like a sex bolt. And then that's tapped and another bolt goes into that. So it's a turducken has to be made by human hands. And these were all the rage in the 50s for making headlights, bolting the headlight to the headset of the vehicle and then holding the lens and the fixture and assembly all there. Well, they don't always go where you want them to. And because they didn't make them with like nice hex holes in them, they have a slot in them. A slot that was put in by like a rabid ant, right? That just chewed a shallow valley down the middle of this thing. So no matter what screwdriver you're using, you're going to lose the cocksucker.
Well, the old joke is there's a reason why the British teeth look like that.
Yes. Yeah. And so I remember we picked a bike up and we inverted it entirely because it had fallen down the headstock tube. It had fallen down into the frame. And meanwhile, we're like, okay, we can have another one of these in about a year, right? If we call the right guy in England. Or we can just flip an entire bike upside down and shake violently. And we flipped the bike upside down and we shook it violently. And eventually the cocksucker came out. And we're tapping on the chassis. We're tapping on the frames with wooden hammers and 2x4s. And eventually you could hear it. And you're like, it's on the move. Get the trap ready. But that's the thing with like unobtainium hardware in these old bikes, because you're like, if you lose it, I understand a lot of why my dad was such a bad guy and he was such a violent guy, because he spent his life chasing unobtainium hardware. And that when I entered the picture being a clumsy 4-year-old or 3-year-old that, doesn't understand the concept of if you drop a pan that has 200 parts in it, that's not just a game of blocks now. Somebody has to die. And as a 4-year-old, I didn't understand that. I was just like, oh, look, I dropped it. Well, whatever. But then I realized that put my dad into a rage for about 7 weeks because like in that era, when you're working on like a 1939 Buick, those parts haven't been manufactured for 40 fucking years, you know? And where are we going to go to get those parts now? Yeah. Yeah. Put down carpets, guys. Yeah. Put down carpets. Your kids will appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like a white carpet too, or just a sheet.
Yeah.
Because you can see anything on
The
it.
sheet is pro gamer shit. We're rolling in and out bikes on there 10 times a day, so it's got to be a carpet. It turns out the indoor-outdoor carpet, the green stuff, bad idea. Even the shitty stuff, the turf's too high. What you want is
those are all little tiny springs.
Yes. Yeah, and they get in between. You lost forever. You want a Berber. You want something that's a tight, low industrial pat, like an industrial type carpet. And the indoor-outdoor is nice because it's super lightweight, and you could just run your hand across it.
Or you run a magnet across it if you're looking for something made out of ferrous metal. You know, it's not going to work on the brass.
Right. Yeah, it's good stuff. All right. Well, if that hand signal was completely lost, so that's it. Anybody else got anything else?
No, I think that was a fun one.
It's a fun one. All right, everybody, remember to ride fast and take chances. Play us out here, Johnny Mac.
Bum, 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 bum.
I drank 22 ounces of iced tea. Get us out of here, Stevie. Eject. Hit the red button. Yeah, those Hazit tool chests, man. If I ever see one, I'm going to buy it. Another one.
Well, there's
What's the one you came up with that was the modern equivalent of it? Was it still Hazit?
no, it's not Hazit. It's